Tom.
Jason.
I know.
Jason, bring in the intro.
Welcome to All Gen Gamers, a podcast for people in video games of all generations. Starring Pete Dorr, Happy Console Gamer, Gamester81, and Jason Heine.
Wow, welcome to our first live show. And I'm looking down there, and I'm seeing a big chat room. I want to say hello to everybody. We all want to say hello to everybody.
Hello, everybody.
Hello, chat room. Let's explain for all the losers, first of all, what is going on here with this live show? Because people just don't know. They're listening recorded right now, and they're like, what's going on? This ain't live.
I'm confused, yes. Please tell me, Pete, what's going on?
I don't know. So just randomly, yeah, Gamester just found out. But randomly today, I'm like, let's just record live. So for those of you that are following us on Facebook or Twitter, or subscribe to our All Gen Gamers channel, you are alerted to tonight's live show. So that's just a little surprise for those of you that were following us on any of those. And hey, if you're not, oh, I guess you missed out possibly. But yes, we are live on justin.tv/Pete's Game Room. And from now on, we're probably going to, if we ever do this again, it'll be at justin.tv/All Gen Gamers. But we are recording live with a chat room right now.
Pete, it's fun. They're saying they can't hear you, Brad.
They can't hear me?
There's something going on with, I'm sorry to interrupt, but there's something going on with the audio.
What?
Right,
Can nobody hear Pete? Answer in the chat room. Are you guys hearing us? Pete is not in the room. Pete's on just silence. Can you hear me?
All I gotta say is, holy shit with the chat room.
And I cannot hear.
Oh my God, put slow-mo on that shit, because it is going ape shit right now.
Sorry.
No, Pete. No, Pete.
We gotta do this one more time. So nobody can hear Pete, right? Okay, just give me say yes. Yes, we cannot hear Pete. Yes.
Yes, everyone say yes. No. Woof, woof, woof. There's my dog pound.
He does not have an icon on the show, it says.
Well,
Rob sent me a message.
No, the icon doesn't matter. They can still.
There we go. I feel so
awesome.
better. Slowed
this
it
is
down.
like a dream podcast here without Pete. It's fantastic. I've dreamed of this.
We said the whale talking Pete's place.
I'm trying to figure out why that would be.
Pete's very frustrated right now for everybody. He doesn't have a clue what's going on. Oh, I'm seeing some. Look at that technical stuff's happening on the screen.
He's
weird whale sounds are happening.
Hello, can they hear me now? Hello.
Somebody said cool, but does that mean that they can hear? Can anyone hear Pete now?
Oh, hello.
No. I'd say not.
No.
Nope.
No. He's busy with the goat and whales with Ed said.
He's going to have Jason and be pissed off. We were experiencing technical difficulties. Please stand by.
It's crazy because usually all the technical stuff happens over here at my place.
Yeah.
Way to go, Pete.
I want to make a side note. For lunch today, I had Subway. And, man, I'm telling you guys. Okay, here's the thing with Subway. I love their cookies. Yeah, whatever. You know, you go in for their subs or whatever.
Their cookies are okay.
I love their sugar cookies, but not every Subway has sugar cookies.
Mm-hmm.
So what's up with that? It depends on whatever the manager or the owners order.
Yeah.
Man, I had a couple I have one chocolate chip cookie right here still. I just saved it for the podcast. I'm so excited to eat it.
Are they the Otis Spunkelmeyer? Is it the kind of cookie they are? Otis Spunkelmeyer?
I have no idea. It just says Subway. But, I mean, they may be. I don't know.
This is you know, I feel really bad here. We have not, introduced one of our guest hosts here. And we have on the show, Retro Roadshow. Mr. Crow, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, guys. How are you guys doing?
Very nice to have you on.
Doing great, man.
I'm actually just going to, while everybody's waiting for Pete, I think everybody should go and check out our guests. Here we go. Channel here. Deleted link.
Oh, deleted link.
Oh, that means this technology. How about
Crow? How long? Whoa.
I don't know if they can hear me now.
Whoa, that sounds like shit.
Pete Dorr.
Well, it's me. Hey, I'm on a shitty mic, but they can hear me. That's all that matters.
This is Blue Bomber to fly in Hawaiian. Blue Bomber to fly in Hawaiian. The chicken is in the pot.
Sorry,
Sounds like you're fucking outer space, dude. Warren
Sorry,
Small
that link I
Pepper.
put down there. There's a Crow Show, Retro Road Show. I can't put a link in for YouTube, unfortunately, on there. It just deletes the link. So I'll just do that one more time. Go check him out. The show's really awesome.
Just the warning. This mic. Oh man, this mic sucks. Hold on.
You suck.
Dude, it sounds like he's an astronaut. Like,
Sounds like he's in.
All right, is that any better? Is that better?
Can they hear you at least?
Yeah, they can hear you, I think.
Does that sound any better?
A tad bit.
I bet.
Yeah, there's no wind guard on this thing, and it's a cheap ass Dynex mic, but hey, it works.
Just get a rubber band and some Kleenex.
If it's too quiet, I'll turn it up. Hold on.
No, we can hear you. It's just the quality is not as good. It's all good.
Don't piss the whale off.
All right, is that loud enough? There we go.
Yeah.
We'll make do with it.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know what was up with my other one.
That's really strange. That sucks, man.
We'll have to figure out for next time we go
Another
live.
message by Rob Man via the internet. Pete is very faint. May need to turn up his mic. That is from Rob Man. And Rob Man was very angry when he wrote that. His typing was I could tell it's very, very angry.
Let's see. Yeah, I got the microphone on 100, and I'll add a little bit of boost.
Oh, microphone boost.
Boost that bitch.
Boost it.
I had it on Mac 4, and there we go.
So Pete is fine now? Yes? Okay, good.
Perfect.
Okay, well, let's get into this.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we're talking about what today?
That would have been funny if we went through the whole podcast and Pete was quiet. We couldn't hear the whole podcast, and then
You guys have to translate for me.
What games are you playing recently would be a lot shorter. A lot shorter.
All right, so we do the intro again then?
Brace yourselves for today is what I've been playing recently. I'll tell you that.
Why don't we introduce? Why don't we let Crow talk a little bit about his channel?
I
about his
like that
show,
idea.
You know what's up with that. So let's go there. Crow, why don't you explain to everyone who you are and about your channel and all that good stuff.
Right on. Well, I got to say, guys, I have no idea what I'm doing. In all honesty, I have spent the last I'd lost track of time, man. I spent a long time in the 90s, and I'm just kind of crawling out right now. So, like right now, doing this, I've got like 3 computers set up around me. I feel like Neo in the Matrix right now because I have such crap equipment. In order to multitask and see what's going on in Justin TV, I gotta have one computer doing that and all sorts of wild stuff. So, I got a mic stand and I got a camera duct taped to it, and I got a big passion for performance and music and art, and video games goes hand in hand with all of that stuff. So and I started watching like a lot of people say, the Angry Video Game Nerd. I saw that dude and I was like, wow, somebody's making videos about this. This is great. And then I think I found Happy Console Gamer and GameStra81, and then Pete Dorr, and then Jason, you popped up and I loved it, like the radio kind of atmosphere, the podcasty type feel to it. You guys all got me really pumped about just doing this sort of thing. And I think it was the podcast you guys did with Awesome Video Games Dudes. And I took that to heart, man. I really, I listened to it over and over again, and I was like, you know what? I really do like doing this stuff, and I'm going to give it a shot. So, yeah, so that's just what I'm doing. I'm putting together a show, and it's in its baby stages right now. Everybody seems to like it a lot, and I've got some big plans for it. So, yeah, that's about it. I got no clue what I'm doing now.
It's kind of funny when you start a show. It's just you kind of just have to feel your direction with it, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, like there shouldn't be a formula. You just kind of discover your formula as you're going along, for sure. I noticed that with your show, but your show is really good. I really like it a lot.
Tom Hoang says that you look like my twin.
What?
I do?
Yes.
Really? I suppose if I do wear glasses, I wear contacts for the show, but if I throw the glasses on and let the hair down, I suppose. Yeah,
You've got to do a Pete Dorr impersonation video. That would be incredible.
Well,
That's a pretty good one.
Hey guys, what's up?
dude, I'm writing that down.
Write it down and do that.
Hell
That'd
yeah.
be
Uh-oh, we got
Doing
Ben
it, brother.
in the chat room, guys. Look out. He wants us to answer some questions.
Hey, Crow, real quick, I saw your 555 subscriber special. That's pretty crazy, man. You gave everyone a shout out.
God.
That was intense, man. How long did that take you to film?
I did it all in one shot. The sun literally, I had to do it 3 times too, because, I'd get it done and I was just like, holy shit, that took an hour and a half. Like, so I'd go back and I'd do it again, just trying to, get because this is crap equipment, like I said, and it takes literally, if I want a 15-minute video to import it in, somewhat decent definition, like 480p, that's like 5 hours, so I was trying to keep it down so I wouldn't be importing the video for the next month and a half. And, I ended up, I think the raw footage that I ended up using was about 45 minutes, but yeah, it took me almost a full day to film that. And, then the editing was, I can't even describe. There's
so many cuts. You did 500 cuts, basically. 555 cuts. Yeah.
Yeah, that's how many cuts I ended up with. But just the amount of cuts that I had to make in like trimming it and going back. And then there was a point where I had it almost done. I had it at like 16 minutes, and I heard that you could make longer than 15-minute videos if you kept the file size down. Well, apparently I haven't been part of YouTube long enough for that. So I couldn't do that. I was like a minute over, and I had to go back and trim, another 555 little sections, every little breath, every blink. And it was wild, man. And now the thing, I just logged on tonight and they say, congratulations, you can now upload over 15-minute videos. And it's like, fuck me.
That's interesting. Hey, Pete, I think you should do it when you get 50,000 subscribers, Pete. I think you should name off every one of your subscribers.
I think
Sounds
so
like
too.
a good idea. Yeah. I'll keep that in mind.
It's only going to be 50,000 cuts. It'll take you no time.
Dude, you'll age like 20 years in front of the camera right there. Like,
It'll take him 2 years to make the video.
yeah.
You got to do one of those time lapse things, where you watch like a whole year of building going up. Just do that with your subscribers.
That's 555 was enough. And then, I was going to do something for 1,000, but it's coming up really quick here. And I don't even know what the hell to do. In all honesty, I might just do a Q&A or something like that, because people just keep tuning in. And, it's really weird. I know you guys have dealt with this before too. You want to keep in touch with everybody and you want to answer everybody's messages and all the comments and stuff. And, I'm really quickly getting to a point where that's not even possible. I mean, if I do, I can't make videos anymore and now I see what you guys were saying. And, to the people who get a little peeved about that stuff, man, and I know some of you guys listening probably have more subs than I do. So it gets intense.
Well, we can actually say to the chat room here, like, there's so many people saying so many amazing things, and we feel so bad we can't respond to every single one of them all the time. It's like, we really like to, but it's just not possible at times.
Yeah. So, Crow, what kind of games are you into? For those who aren't familiar with their channel.
I like a lot of different kind of games. A lot of people do, but, I'm really into RPGs. I'm sure you guys can all appreciate that. I grew up in the middle of nowhere in Wisconsin, so what I got when I was growing up was little to nothing. We had one rental store in town, and what they had was what we knew about, that and what we read about in Nintendo Power. And then if we wanted something like that, we had to drive 2 hours to a big city to, buy it or something like that. So, I have somewhat of a limited background as far as things go, but I like the tried and true, like Dragon Warrior, Final Fantasy, stuff like that.
Nice.
I love arcadey stuff, shooters. It's like I say in my first episode, it's like painting with bullets. It's kind of an elegant way, and I really appreciate the art style when just the entire screen is exploding, and it's really cool to see all that. And And, basically anything with a good story. I love the point and click adventures. I know there's not a terrible amount of fans out there for that, but
I love that stuff. There's just not that many games like that anymore, unfortunately, is there?
And not many good ones either.
Yeah. Well, hey, what have you been playing, Crow? Like, what have you been playing recently?
Recently, I actually had one of my viewers send me a couple of games to, he didn't have the instructions. He had no idea how to play them. They weren't working in his Super Nintendo, and he's a buddy of mine. So he sent them. So I've been playing Super Earth Defense Force.
That's a good game.
Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah,
it's a little... Sorry, go ahead.
No, I played that. I love that game. Yeah.
Right on. It's a little different than your traditional side-scrolling shooter, but it's cool. Like you don't necessarily pick up power-ups along the way. You level up your ship. Every enemy you kill gives you a little bit more experience, and as you reach the next level, then whatever weapon that you chose in the beginning, because they give you a list of stuff to choose from. Whatever weapon keeps upgrading, and it gets just more and more insane for sure. And that and Super Godzilla.
Oh my God, Super Godzilla! Isn't that a crazy game? Hey Rob, man, like it's in the chat room, was it Super Godzilla you were playing? No, it was the one on the NES we were talking about. I think Rob.
There's been a Godzilla game that I've been on the lookout for recently that actually looks really good. It's called, I think it's Godzilla. I forget the subtitle, but it's the one on the Game Boy Advance, and it's like a 2D fighter, it's like a King of the Monsters style of fighter. And it looks freaking awesome. Really? I never knew about it before, but I've been on the lookout for it.
Dude, that's how they should have made Godzilla games, is like, like Rampage and stuff like that. Like, that's what at least that's what I was craving back then. Like,
yeah, that was good times.
Yeah.
And Rampage, love that game.
Yeah.
That game has hit like every console, every platform, you know what I mean? I still see that in arcades.
Oh, yeah.
Rampage, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well, speaking of arcades.
Oh, yeah.
John.
Yeah, we went to, we started off with GameWorks, and it was what, Saturday? Did we go on Saturday?
Saturday
afternoon?
night. Yeah, Saturday night.
Saturday night, right? So we go to GameWorks, and we hit that up. I think Jason pretty much shat his pants when he saw freaking what they had there. Jason, you want to explain the cabinet that they had there that you so loved dearly?
Yeah, more like cabinets. Man, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
Okay, so Outrun SP was there at GameWorks, dude. This cabinet is insane. First of all, you know how like the original Outruns you would, or even like Outrun 2, I think it was, you'd sit down in like this Ferrari, right? You'd actually sit in this like fiberglass Ferrari, and it had it on the big screen and all that. Okay, well at this GameWorks location, man, they had two, three. What they have?
6.
4 or 6?
4. I think it was 6, and they were like full size like cars, like 2-seaters, and it was really cool because you actually could switch when you're playing the game. You could actually switch. So Jason and I would start the first game. So part of it he would race, and then they would switch over, and then I would race. There's 2 steering wheels.
Yeah, like
and the thing
two people sit in it.
Yeah.
Weird.
And the thing fucking moves too. Like when you're steering, it's all like, I don't know. It's hard to explain. It's all motion control.
Fuck is that?
It's awesome. And they had a camera hooked up to the car. So like it films you while you're playing. It goes on this big screen. It's pretty wild. It was intense, dude. I'm pretty sure it was like a one of a kind cabinet. Like you won't see anywhere else.
Sorry to interrupt you, Gamester, but something just went on the screen. And for everybody who's listening, who'll be listening to this later on, is that something suddenly came on the screen while you guys were talking, and it completely distracted me and most of the people who were in the chat room. That was fucking hilarious. And
what was it? I missed it.
It was. I think Pete was bringing a notepad over, and he accidentally brought some like Sonic pornography over. Sorry, did you not see that, Gamester? Am I the only person?
What are you doing over there, Pete?
Yeah. He's like, shush.
He's like,
no eye contact.
It was nothing.
No eye contact. That was.
Oh man, I lost my fucking train of thought. So what were we talking about? Oh,
so you're playing Outrun. You're loving it.
Yeah. Outrun, amazing game. But they had also a lot of cool other racers too, and shooters. And I'm kind of disappointed in the retro selection. They had a couple cabinets upstairs. They had like Mario Brothers, and they had Tetris. They had I don't know, Dig Dug, some other classic ones. But They used to have a lot more retro games for sure. But no, we had a good time. Here's the thing that really sucked though. We hung out there for a couple hours, and then we were going to head over to Castles and Coasters. And Castles and Coasters is probably like a half hour from where we were at. So we made it over to Castles and Coasters about 9:30. The place fucking closes at 10 on a Saturday. So
Really?
we only had like a half hour there, which sucked because we were going to stream it live and through our iPhones and our smartphones, and it really sucked because we were announcing people, hey, join us live, and then we got there. And the place is really
closed down.
Freaking closed down.
It was like dead. The parking lot was dead. I'm like, no way. They can't like be closing. It's Saturday night, 9:30. What the fuck? Totally closed. But either way, and of course, GameWorks was open till 1, so we should have did it the other way around. But whatever.
Yeah, it was a good time. There's some great games. I was able to get my pinball fix on because Castle and Coasters is like 30 pinballs there, so I was able to play some pinballs. I know Jason got his Killer Instinct, fix, so that was cool.
Yeah, note to self to everyone too, GameWorks is owned by Sega. So you're going to get Sega exclusive games there that you're not going to find anywhere else. Like that Outrun.
Is it really?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Never knew that.
Yeah.
Wow. So we got one in the cities.
So like almost every game in there is Sega. You know what I mean? Like every House of the Dead. They had 2 the Ferrari challenges. They had a brand new like Hummer racing game that was like cruising, the Outruns. They had all kinds of stuff in there. So
they had that Ferrari one too, which is like a 3-panel screen you sit in front of. So you have 1 screen in front of you and 2 on your peripheral view. It was a Ferrari. It was pretty cool. It had a clutch and everything. So it was really neat. I mean, really cool.
Do they have any Sonic games there at all?
They had a whole lot of Sonic plushies,
dude. They had a Sonic
rape.
They had some Sonic porn games, dude. Like actually, there was a game. It was called Sonic Porn. You would have loved it, dude. It was awesome.
Yes. Sounds right.
I gotta say to the chat room here, Pete's Big Banana, big fan of the name.
Hey, no, Pete. They did have a Sonic air hockey table, which is like a custom air hockey table with a big Sonic. I took a picture of it for you.
That's cool.
I'll send it your way, but it was pretty cool. Yeah.
Have you guys ever?
It's good. What's up?
Oh, have you guys ever been to the Mall of America before?
I have.
John probably has.
That's crazy. Yeah.
John has, of course.
Did you go there when they had the big, like the huge arcade in I think it was the 3rd or 4th floor?
No, I didn't see that arcade when I was there, unfortunately.
It was epic, man. It was just huge, and you could buy beer there and all sorts of stuff, and it's gone now. Like, I'm destroyed. They got this little redemption arcade in Nickelodeon universe and nothing else.
Yeah, I saw that. Yeah, don't they have like an amusement park and freaking inside the mall? It's that huge. It's crazy.
Yeah, like 3 roller coasters. Yeah. They just tore down Lego World or Lego Universe, whatever the hell it was. It was this giant thing in the middle of the mall, like 3 stories tall, all made out of Legos. Like they had giant Star Wars figures, like all sorts of stuff just made out of billions of Legos, and they tore the whole thing down.
Wow.
Yeah.
What do they have any other arcades around your area though, Crow?
I've been looking. I've found some stuff in some random bars. There is a GameWorks here. And I've heard rumor that there are a couple bars maybe kind of south of the cities, which is like the other side of the planet for me in the winter. But I've heard that there's a couple bars down there that have, maybe like 10 cabinets in it, but there's really not to my knowledge. There's a few warehouses here. There's a pinball warehouse, which you can go down there and, kind of sweet talk the guy and bring in, a case of beer or something like that and some buds and play pinball on free play for a while.
One of my dreams to ever get
probably not that.
One of my dreams, if I ever get the funds to do it, is to like open my own barcade, like an arcade and bar in one. Make it, Jason and I were kind of talk about this too. If we ever get the money to do that, that'd be awesome. But someday, it's good to dream. It's good to dream.
I'm all in.
I may be biased, but I think that's like a freaking win idea right there. Like,
yeah. You don't see many of them. There's a place called Ground Control in Portland I've been to a couple of times, which is pretty much that. It's an arcade and there's a bar, but outside of that, you don't really see it. And I think there is a market for arcade gaming. So
yeah, especially like in the above 21 category, a lot of us still remember when arcades were around. So I mean, what better than to go out with a bunch of friends and have a couple brews and play some games like. First thing I go to in a bar is, if I see an arcade game is, I'd grab a beer, and I don't drink anymore, but I grab a beer and head towards the pinball table,
Right.
Hey, I got a question for Jason and John. Have you guys obviously, Jason, you lived in Oregon, right?
Born and raised there up till 2008.
Okay, well, here's a question. This is kind of cool. I get to ask you this. I've never thought about it until Crow brought that up. Was there an arcade down there called Wonderland?
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
It's funny. I remember going there, and this is for everybody listening, is that I went there with my parents a long time ago, and you paid $5 and you walked in, and every video game was like 5 cents.
Mm-hmm.
What the fuck? So Peter's putting funny, entertaining pictures up. That's awesome. I love that. My dear Nintendo, my life is a goddamn mess picture. I love that. Yes.
Oh, Gamester, Comeback Kid says he's going to donate $100 towards the barcade if you put a Miss Pac-Man in.
Ooh, $100. And I thought you said $10, but hey, thank you.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, dude, just take requests. You could have this thing up.
I don't know. I don't like asking for donations. I don't know.
Put a couple more zeros on the backside of that baby, and we got to still have something to do there.
That's something else to mention as well. Is I put up that video of that my computer's. This computer I'm on right now is crap. It's like dying on me. But I put up that video that my computer's dying. I had a guy on Facebook message me last night. He's like, dude, he goes, I really want to give you like $200 to fix it, and I'm just like, I can't accept your money. Thank you so much. But I was really blown away by people's generosity. But it's like, there's no way I can't accept that kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's crazy, isn't it? Right?
I think there's a lot being said about saving up for on your own. That
totally,
way it's yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
I feel too bad. I couldn't take people's money. I couldn't do that. They want to buy.
I got a PM from a couple of sororities, and they were saying, Jason, I want to send you my panties. And I said, girl, I can't accept your panties.
Need that. Where's that?
But you know what I'm like, wait, are they used or what are they?
I never can tell if that's one of us doing that or if it's actually Jason sound.
That was me. I worked on that one.
There you go. That was good.
Hey, but no, Johnny, to get back to your question there about Wonderland. Yeah, there was Wonderland down there. There was, when I was young, an arcade that I grew up in was called Games People Play. I think I've talked about this before on the podcast, but it was $5 to get in, and every game was on free play, and you could just play whatever you wanted. And it was insane, and I spent all day there. All freaking day there.
Okay, so, Jason, I have to get it right. Was it Wonderland that I went to, or what? Because, how long you were there your whole life?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, I just remember going there in the heyday of when Kadash, the arcade game, was in there. And, what was the other game? Aeroblasters.
Yeah.
It's a shooting game. And I remember walking in there, and it was packed.
Yeah.
It was really hard to get around. And do you remember which arcade? Was that Wonderland?
Yeah, it would have been. Here's the thing. That was in the early 90s when I was there. Then in the mid 90s, the Games People Play turned into Wonderland. And then we had $5. They charge you $5 to get in, but then all the games were a nickel.
Yeah.
So that's when it changed. Sometime in the mid 90s when they started to want to make a little more on the games. So yeah, but no, that totally was. I would say that was somewhere between the early, 94, 95, 93, somewhere in there.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
So that was Wonderland. Okay.
Definitely.
I've always had such a memory of going to that place. I love that place. I was just in awe of walking in there. I'm like, I actually, I went on vacation after that. I went to Reno and I think Las Vegas, but that arcade was the thing that I remembered the most because, especially I guess the arcades in Vegas were pretty awesome as well. But
yeah, it's cool they had them up there. That's cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Why don't we?
It's kind of. Go ahead.
Fuck you, John.
Go
what
ahead.
the fuck you want to say?
Fucking interrupting me? What the fuck?
I'll fucking interrupt you.
Don't make me turn my fucking dogs on you.
What are you gonna do? Yeah, your dogs. Yeah. You're gonna be biting my ankles or something? Jesus Christ. My goat could fuck you in the ass. Could you be that one? You get raped by my goat in the middle of the night. I'll just turn off the lights on you.
I'm gonna have my cookies.
You do
Go
that.
for it, John.
How about them cookies? No, I'm just saying it's kind of sad how arcades have evolved in what they are today. Like they're all shooters and racers and redemptions, right? They're nothing. It's just I like the retro arcade. That's all I'm saying. So
yeah,
that was my point.
Totally.
Before Johnny interrupted me rudely.
Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead, Johnny.
Actually, I'm just going to add on to what you're saying is that you can still play all those games and enjoy them in your memories because that's where arcades are now. It's in our memories. It's the whole aspect of that has completely changed.
Well, to follow up on... Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Fuck you.
Oh, no, fuck you.
Fuck you, Jason. Oh,
Jason's got dogs now too. He's got the whale.
What is that?
Oh.
See, look at that. Look at my goat's cock there. So that's that is. Look at that. You're gonna get raped by that, pal. Can you handle that? Look at your dog is hypnotized by it.
That's fucking Lassie right there. That's Lassie.
That's your dog. It was barking. It was going, woof, woof.
All I gotta say, you guys. All I gotta say. Look at the fucking sack on that goat.
That's not his back, man. That's his fucking head right there.
Holy moly!
It's going to seriously mount that dog.
And the people who can't see the picture are gonna be like, "What the fuck are you guys talking about?"
Yeah, when this podcast comes out for 31, people are gonna be like, "What the hell am I listening to?" I can't.
They should have been here live. That's all I gotta say.
You should just make that the title image. Put Johnny's head on the goat, just like you did with the.
I'll take
it. Does kind of look like Johnny though, a little bit actually.
Definitely put a Gamester's head on the hypnotized dog with his tongue hanging out. That makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
I'm really glad I listened to this since like day one because if I was coming in right now, I would have no idea.
I know. That's a good point. People are like, "What the hell is going on? These guys are crazy."
But,
I know. Goat balls, what?
Yeah.
Hey, sorry. I gotta do a public apology here. Tom Hong, number 3 in there. I think it's the same person who's. I apologize for making fun of the dead lady who did not get a chance to play Dragon Quest VI. I apologize for that. Right now, in public. I'm sorry about that. I'm sorry that she couldn't play the game. She's probably playing it in heaven, though.
You did the right thing, Johnny. You did the right thing.
I feel better for it now. I feel a lot better. I need to get that off my chest. Whew. Okay, I was almost tearing up a little bit. I'm back
I was thinking about that. I couldn't find anywhere on the internet that said that she actually didn't play the game, besides that one article. So, I mean, maybe somebody just drew a conclusion. Maybe she did actually grab an emulator and, maybe one of her kids was like, hey, Mom, you want to play this game? Like, look, we got freaking emulators. We've had them for years. Check it out. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Yeah, you don't know.
No.
Think positive,
Yeah. She's probably having a glass of whiskey, playing that game all night, grinding like a crazy old woman would grind. Are
we talking about a grandmother or
we're talking about a grandmother here? Yeah,
strip club or what are you talking about?
No, she's grinding. Gamester.
Grinding.
She's grinding all night long. I'm saying she's gaining levels.
Oh, okay. I thought we were talking about a strip club for a second there.
Super Nest Man is going. Yeah, she was human. Yeah, she was.
I can only hope.
Hey, so I got that
old,
grinding grandma.
Yeah. Wait, no.
I've got some interesting news to announce or to make. You guys are all familiar with Atari, of course, right? And it's still around, but obviously they've been hurting the last couple of years. Atari. Well, they brought on Nolan Bushnell as kind of brought him back, the founder of Atari, which is interesting. So he's coming back to Atari. He's on like the board of he's playing all the games. He's going to be influencing what Atari's releasing. They've already announced a couple of games for Atari actually that are like classic games that have come back. Like Asteroids Online is going to be one of them. A lot of the games are going to be like I think DLCs, but they're going to come out with a lot of classics, kind of revamped and remade, and it'll be interesting to see Atari what they release next.
Yeah, that is very interesting.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Trying to pull out the big guns.
What's Pete got going on now? He's trying to do something. I know
Pete's kind of quiet. What's going on, Pete?
What's going on, Pete?
And I'm so fascinated by the chat room. I'm having so much fun.
Yeah, he's hypnotized by it.
Well, people want to hear you, Pete. I know people are like, "Where's Pete? Where's Pete?"
I am here. We should wait for Retro to get back. What happened there? He lost his connection.
Call failed.
Yep, he signed out. I'll get him back in when he gets back online.
Mm-hmm.
We pissed him off, dude. We offended him with the
yeah, he's like, I can't take it anymore. This is too much. I thought I knew what I was getting into, but I didn't.
Jason's probably cursing us out. He's saying, "Fuck these live episodes. This is going to take 2 times as long to edit as normal."
Just pissing me off, really. Just pissing me off.
He's so angry about it. He's so angry about it. So, Pete, what were you doing today?
Oh, I was doing a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Of playing new games, which I was waiting to bring up until we get back on track here.
Hey, are we gonna start the Wales quick draw? Like, I'm gonna get the questions on Facebook.
Hey, you know what we should do? Screw Facebook. Let's do Wales quick draw chat room edition.
They put that shit in slow mo, man.
It is
when it comes.
Yeah.
already in slow.
Yeah.
Because it's gonna be like, wow, and we can't see shit.
And if Hazel is around, if Hazel is listening, I just want to say thanks for staying up. I saw you message that you were actually staying up to watch this. So thank you very much. And she went to bed. She's like, fuck those fuckers. I don't care. It's too late. Are we calling him back or no?
He's not even on yet.
He's probably rebooting his computer.
Doing a good old fashioned restart.
Good old start. Yeah, I really want to talk about Dead Space 2 tonight.
Yeah, so I was at GameWorks like 5 years ago down there.
Yeah.
And the whole upstairs floor was retro. All of it. The whole fucking floor. And now, there's what? 1, 2, 3, 4. There's like, what, 6 games, John? 6 of them.
Yeah, 6 and 2 pinballs. That's it.
I can't believe it.
Dude, they have like upstairs though. They replaced a lot of that with like music games. So they've got like Guitar Freaks. They got the DDR. They have like 2 booths that are karaoke booths, which are crazy. Like you get in these booths and make you sing karaoke songs that are subtitled in Japanese. I don't understand how that all works, but it's changed quite a bit. It's definitely changed. You know.
Yeah. They even had this weird Japanese game. I didn't even know how to pronounce any of it. Pete, maybe you could decipher what it says, but I didn't know what it was. It was a music game, though.
What, Taiko no Tatsujin?
Maybe.
Did those drums? It was a big drum things like
yeah,
those.
That's Taiko. I'd love to play a real Taiko in the arcades. Yeah. I got my little Wii drums here for it, but I'd want to bang away on those big drums.
I said, pardon?
Yeah. We always like that.
You like the big drums, don't you? You like the big drums, don't you?
Hold up.
Big jugs.
Okay.
Can you guys
so
hear
we're
me?
going to start.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to
right.
kill everybody in here.
Crow, you there?
Yeah, I'm sorry. We're 1 computer down now. I'm down to 2.
All right. I thought we got offended you with the goat talk, bro. I was like,
he was totally pissed.
No, I was getting into it, and then I'm like, wait, I'm staring at a black screen. Like, you guys missed some passionate stuff right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we thought we'd use this section of the live podcast to talk about games we've been playing recently. So I just thought, hey, Jason, what have you been playing recently?
Cookies.
Oh, he's fucking eating, eh? Gamester, what have you been playing recently?
He's always eating during the podcast. So whenever I'm at his house, dude, recording the podcast, his girlfriend brings out like cookies and snacks and shit.
Keep eating,
bro. You get hooked up.
You guys, as if you didn't know, we do it real big over here.
Dude, he does it good. He does it good.
Mm-hmm.
What have I been playing lately? Let's see. I've been out of town lately a lot, so I haven't been playing too much. I've been playing a lot of pinball games, actually. Johnny, I don't know if you remember that game we were playing at PAX, that Pinball Hall of Fame, Williams Pinball Hall of Fame for the PS3.
Yes.
I picked that up a while ago, but I've been playing that a lot. I actually love that game. If you guys don't know, it's like, I think 12 or 13 classic pinball machines that are by Williams. They've got classic ones like Medieval Madness, Golf was a Golfers for Gophers, or I don't know what it's called, but it's an awesome, nevertheless, it's a great game. Very accurate. Graphics are great, but they also have this like Williams challenge. We have to score a certain amount of points in order to continue and stuff, and you get like credits, and it's freaking tough because there's some of them that you have to get like a million points or more, and it's really hard. So I've been playing a lot of that. Also,
was that on the Wii, Gamester?
It's on the PS3. It is available on the Wii, and it's also available on 360 and the PSP. Although the 360 and the PS3 version has like 2 or 3 more pinball machines than the other ones. You can get it. I got mine on like eBay for like $20 new. So you can get it very cheap. You can't find, for some reason, like GameStop doesn't carry very often though, which is strange. Been playing that. I also downloaded on 360 the Pinball FX2. Have you guys checked that out?
Not yet.
No.
Not yet. Okay.
Nope.
You can download it for free. There's a demo for free. I encourage you guys, if you want to check it out, definitely do it. You can only play it for a limited amount of time, but it's great. There's about 5 great new pinball machines on there, and they also recently released a Marvel one, which you can do like Wolverine or Spider-Man. So it's really cool, to name a few. So that's a really fun. I really encourage that. I think it's like 800 points to download. But if you like pinball machines, definitely check it out. I'm just, for some reason, I'm in a huge craze now for pinballs. I want to save up for a pinball. I'm actually in the midst of saving up for one. My dream pinball machine is probably the Episode 1 Star Wars one. Have you guys seen that one with the reflection? That's a beautiful machine. Awesome.
How much does that go for, John?
$45,000 to $5,000. But the thing is, pinball machines are very expensive. The reason they're so expensive is because there you go, Pete thinks there's a picture. The reason that they're so expensive is because they're all in a very limited run. They usually make about 4,000 or so. So if you want a decent pinball machine, you're probably looking in the $3,000 to $4,000 range for a pinball machine. That actually, it's a good one. So like the Medieval Madness, the one I mentioned that's on that Pinball Hall of Fame, if you want to use one of that usually sells for $10,000 plus. It's crazy. And there's huge, Spider 1A, he's got a lot of pinball machines. I'm not sure how he was able to afford all those.
Great collection.
But check out his channel, Spider 1A, YouTuber, great Chris, good guy. But that's kind of what I've been playing lately. Jason and I have been playing TNT Racers online. That's been a lot of fun. We were playing some Hydro Thunder Hurricane. That's been fun as well. Mm-hmm. So I've been kind of keeping busy with that. I've also played some Super Nintendo games, played some F-Zero again, had to whip that out. And I whipped out the NES and played RC Pro-Am. Love that game. So
classic,
kind of,
classic.
You're getting the bug. You're getting the bug because we played TNT, and that's exactly.
Dude, yeah. And I'm actually looking for the Micro Machines one now too. I know I was at Vintage Shock. I'm in Kansas City this week. By the way, if any of you guys are by Kansas City, check. I know I've mentioned this before, but Vintage Stock. Oh my God, you guys got to check this place out. Unbelievable selection. I put pictures on my Facebook page.
I checked that out today. That looked awesome.
Amazing. I picked up, and I don't know if the listeners here are much into Star Wars collecting like I am, but I picked up some vintage Star Wars like figures back in the cars from 1977, like an Obi-Wan Kenobi and Princess Leia. I got them in box on card, $10 each. Those things, you don't understand. Those things sell for like $300, $400 each usually. It's no joke.
How is that possible?
There's a new. I don't get into it too much because this is a gaming podcast, but there's a new vintage line of figures out right now in the stores. Yeah. If you guys notice, they look like vintage. So what I'm thinking is the people who bought this probably were thinking that they're like the new vintage style, even though like I don't know how you can mistake them as being old, but unbelievable. I put pictures of that on my Facebook as well, John Gamester. So pretty crazy.
I'm going to check that out right now. That's nice.
$10 each. I couldn't believe it. I'm like, holy shit. I went on eBay, look how much they're selling for. You can look, and 2 of them are what they call the 12 back. So the original 12 figures.
Are you sure it's the original, John?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Great. Yeah, I know.
Star Wars nut himself.
Holy shit. I'm looking at them right now. There's no way. Yeah. Those are the originals?
Yeah.
Too bad they put the stickers on there, though.
Well, they're on the plastic bubble, yeah, so I can take those off pretty easily. Oh. But it looks like I think 2 of them, they actually open and they've sealed back up, but 2 of them have been never opened before. So it's unbelievable. I was like, my heart dropped, dude. It was like, oh my, you don't understand. Like, it's like finding a game like, not quite like stadium events, but it's like in Star Wars collecting, it's huge to find a score like that. So I'm like, holy cow. So, yeah. So that's I've been busy with that. So how about you, Johnny? We've been playing.
Well, my big news was that I actually finished Dead Space 2 the other night. And okay, first of all, I won't give any spoilers. Wait, I can't talk about things then. How about this? Right now, I'm going to count down from 10 to 1, but I'm going to say I'm going to give some spoilers out about the ending.
How long will you be talking about spoilers? Because I'm just
gonna say I'm not gonna say what happened. Okay, so this is spoilers about Dead Space 2. So if you don't want to hear it, let's walk out of the room for 2 seconds.
How long?
Well, I'll do it. Okay, when we're done.
I'll do it 1 minute. 1 minute, I will talk about it, and then I will not talk about it again. I'll move on.
Turning down my mic.
Turn down your mic. Okay. Okay, I'm not going to give spoilers about the story. I'm just going to say that my impressions of Dead Space 2 are this: is that I didn't like the ending. Okay, so just so you know, I'm not saying what the ending is. Somebody's saying something. No, it's not that. But somebody's just written down there. But I didn't. I liked the game, but I really didn't like the ending. I thought the ending was really just kind of tacked on, and I wasn't really that much of a fan of it. So I don't want to see. I could really get into details here, and I definitely won't. But and the end boss. I'm talking about the end boss here. I'm not saying what it is or anything like that. I finished it in like a minute and a half. Like I just had so much ammo. I just unloaded, and it was over. And then the story just kind of ended, and I was like, "That's it, wow!" And that's about it. So, anyways, end of spoilers. I won't tell you anymore. I love the game, the atmosphere. It's exactly the same as the first game. I don't know. If you like the first game, you like the second game. I won't talk about spoilers. Yeah, Last Boss was a disappointment. Or Knight Rider Gamer in there. Somebody's agreeing with me for sure. So, anyways, that's the end of my Dead Space rant. So, I it's hard with a live audience that I don't want to ruin it for anybody, of course, right? So, yeah, but
you're an
really,
asshole.
Just a little bit.
You're an asshole, Johnny. You just spoiled it for everyone. Good job. Good.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I told them, like, hey, everybody, listen to this. So, so that's what I've been playing. What else have I been playing? Anything else? Yeah, me and Pete have been talking about this. It's so funny. I hooked up my PS1 the other day, and I put in a game that I've never finished all the way through, and it's one that is kind of calling me back a little bit, and that is Final Fantasy IX. And I got back in the day. I got to the second disc, and I really liked it, but I didn't have the internet back then, and I got stuck, and I didn't know where to go, and I put it down, and then when I came back to it, it was just way too late. You know, I was like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. And it's funny. I was telling Pete about this. Was that last night we were talking? Yeah, it was. And I said, hey, Pete, I'm thinking about doing Final Fantasy IX. He's like, that's so funny. I'm just downloading that on my PSP. Because we were talking.
Hey.
Right?
I'm back in here. You didn't tell me the spoilers were over. What about Final Fantasy?
Oh, for Christ's sakes. I'm just saying that it's funny how I put it in the other night, and I was talking to you, and you're like, yeah, I just got it for the PSP again. And you finished it back in the day, and you liked it so much that you actually want to play it all over again as well.
Oh, of course, yes. I just want to, like you said, I want to download it for the PSP, I think, and have it handheld for once, Because 10 years ago, whatever, who would have ever think that you'd be able to play Final Fantasy IX on a handheld, So,
yeah. Did you do it yet? Did you actually get it yet?
I got to buy a new memory card because the two I have are built up.
Right. Go figure. Type of thing. So I did that. I've been playing a little bit of Police Knots, the translated version. I'm back into that. I'm back on track with that. Really liking it. Lots of fun. Jason, you're not eating. So what have you been playing?
Okay. So yeah, well, John said it. We've been playing some TNT and some Hydro Thunder. That's kind of like a given, right? We go through that. Yeah. Also, I went to Bookman's and picked up a game by Codemasters in Comerica. They did a game called Quattro Adventure. Now, there were several of these released, and I have a couple of them. And they're all gold cards. You remember like Micro Machines and all those Codemaster Comerica games, they always released them in gold cartridges, if you guys remember. Interesting thing about these cards is that on the back, they have a switch that will enable it to play on either a PAL or an NTSC system, which is really interesting because these were obviously not licensed by Nintendo by any means. But so I have this one here. It has Boomerang Kid, Super Robin Hood, Treasure Island Dizzy, and Linus Spacehead. And the games are shit.
Yeah. How much was it?
$6.
Yeah.
But I rented this and I played the snot out of it as a kid. So, I just had to have it. And then that leads me into John. Today, you sent me a picture. You sent me a text about one that you found. Did you get it?
I picked it up. Yeah, I was at Vintage Stock. I found that one yesterday at Vintage Stock for $5. And I found the sports one. It's got like baseball and I don't have it in front of me, but there's 4 different sports. I haven't played it yet, but same kind of design. I picked that up for $5 as well. And I picked up the original volleyball NES game, like one of the original ones that came out. The 5-screw back,
Oh,
that
wow.
was like $2. So
$2,
not a bad deal.
I need to come out there. I need to hit this place up.
Every time I go there, it's like, okay, I can't spend any money. And then I leave buying something. It's just ridiculous. But I
think that's
they have a lot of cool
story,
stuff,
man.
Yeah. Absolutely.
And then what else I've been playing? Okay, well I'm glad I'm going before Pete because I know what Pete was doing today. But I downloaded the demo of Bulletstorm. And I'm not going to say much about it. Pete has a lot more to say about it than I do, and I'll let him get into that. But
did you like it though? Well, like, can you really say that?
I loved it. Yeah, really? I loved it, and I downloaded the demo on 360 and played that. What I like about it is that it's kind of reinventing the way first-person shooters are a little bit, between some unique ways to kill your opponents, some of the real cool slow-mo effects. You wouldn't think that your boot would do a whole bunch, but basically you're literally kicking the shit out of these people all over the place with your foot. It is so much fun, and I'm definitely going to pick it up. And it's also for PC, which is good. So I'm going to get it on both platforms, but I'm just trying to pick which one I want to get first. But that's about all I've been playing, really. I'm going to pass the torch on to Pete because I know what he played today, and he'll probably have a whole lot more to say about it. So, Pete, what have you been playing, sir?
Well, I'll start off with the less fun stuff. Marvel vs. Capcom 3, I played some more of that. I think I'm going to sell it, honestly. Like, all the new games that I picked up, I really don't see myself going back to play more of that in the foreseeable future. And I was getting really discouraged because 90% of the games that I tried to connect to online would drop the connection, wouldn't connect. It was just very, I'm like, there was a point where one night I really wanted to play people online. I didn't care if I was getting my ass kicked. I just wanted to play. But every match I tried to connect to, I would get disconnected. So out of the hour I was online, I probably played like 4 matches. So it wasn't a lot of fun there. So I'm going to get rid of that, get my money back while I can. Unfortunately, sorry all you Marvel fans. Just not my kind of game. Let's see, I got my pile here so I don't forget to talk about anything. All right. That's Rob sending me a message telling me I'm quiet. Let me turn up my volume here. Hold on.
Turn it up. Turn it up.
All right, now it should really be loud. Yes? Hello?
Hi.
Okay, that's as loud as I can get it, so sorry.
That sounds good, Pete.
Okay. So, I actually started playing the first Dead Space. Thanks to Ball and Nick 1982, who graciously donated me his copy because I could not find that game anywhere around by me. It was just impossible to find for the 360, and I would not settle for a greatest hits. But he sent me his copy, and I did a live stream of that game the other night. And I played it for like 4.5-ish hours. I finished chapter 4, and I have to say I really like it. I mean, honestly, I was trying to think. There's really no bad points to the game that I can really point out. Everything that it really does great or good. There's nothing bad about it. It's been a really, really long time since I played a survival horror game like that. It would probably go back to Resident Evil on the GameCube when that came out. I haven't really, and the demo for Resident Evil 4, not the demo, sorry, the GameCube version of Resident Evil 4, which I played for like half an hour until I got the shit scared out of me with that guy with the chainsaw coming up in the house. Yeah, I hit the power button right there. But it's been a while since I played a game like this, and I really liked it. One thing I have to say that the game does exceptionally well is the lighting is just unbelievable in this game. The shadows. One thing that I felt was getting a little bit lame, though, was the amount of shock scares they were trying to get on me. Like every freaking minute, something's jumping out of the wall, something's jumping out of the ceiling, and eventually it didn't even have an effect on me anymore. It was like they were trying too hard. They should have eased back a little bit, sort of build up the tension for when these shock scares would come out and try and scare you. And I know Johnny was watching at one point where something, I grab an item and something jumps out one of the windows, and I'm like, man, the developers must have had a really fun time making
it was so funny because it was a kind of a moment where you just stopped. You're like, okay, like, geez, these developers must have had a hilarious time making this game. Is going, okay, we'll scare them here and we'll scare them there, type of thing. But the scare factors for me, it actually got me. I was actually disturbed at certain moments in Dead Space 1. Dead Space 2, not as much. In the beginning, I was, but not.
I think it would be a lot different if I was playing in the dark, not on a live stream with 100 people watching me. I think
100 people watching. Everybody's like, no, Pete, you can hold my hand online.
I was playing that in the dark with freaking Turtle Beach headsets on, which is another thing. The sound design of that game is exceptional. It's really good. But I'm really liking it. I'm addicted to like leveling up my weapons and stuff. I think it's really a lot of fun, and I'm looking forward to finishing that soon so I can move on to Dead Space 2.
Nice.
And then right after I got done playing Dead Space, I moved on to recently I've had such a clamoring to play Harvest Moon games. I don't know what it is. All of a sudden one day it just hit me. I'm on eBay. I'm buying Harvest Moon: A Wonderful Life on the GameCube, so I'll have that soon. I'm looking out for Friends of Mineral Town on the Game Boy Advance, but in the meantime, I popped in my copy of Harvest Moon 64, and I'll have to tell you that night after I got done playing Dead Space, I was on until 6:30, 7 in the morning, freaking farming my cabbage and my potatoes, and man, I was so excited I got my first chicken for my farm, and you guys might think I'm crazy, but Harvest Moon is the shit. Like, I don't care. I'll sit on my farm and I'll pick flowers for my girlfriend and future wife. I mean, it's such a simple concept. Okay, you start off with a farm that's freaking destroyed with rocks and weeds, and you clean it up. You plant some vegetables. You know, you go out, you water them every day. They grow. You put them in the basket. You get money. You take that money. You buy more vegetables. You buy animals. You take their milk and you take their eggs and you sell that for more money. You expand your house. You build a family. You go to all these events, and the game is just such a fast pace. It literally is an RPG because you grind for money so that you can better your farm, and it's so much fun. I could not put it down, seriously. Like, I'm craving it right now. I want to go play it right after this podcast.
Pete, I got a question for you, Pete. Would you ever be a real farmer in real life? If you were actually invited to a farm for a weekend, would you enjoy that experience?
No, I'm too lazy for that shit.
I just want to hear what you say.
I could totally see that.
Like every 2 minutes, you move on to the next day. 2 or 3 minutes, you're on to the next day. But no, it's a lot of fun. After I finish Harvest Moon 64, I want to move on to A Wonderful Life on the GameCube. And if I'm still on my Harvest Moon kick, I'll probably replay Save the Homeland on the PS2. But I highly recommend the series. If none of you have played Harvest Moon before, I'd recommend if you can find the 64 copy or the one on PlayStation 1, Back to Nature is a really good one as well. I haven't played a lot of them, but those are some of the ones that I like. So yes, Harvest Moon 64, I highly recommend it.
Nice.
Next, I also got, let's see here, Tactics Ogre, Let Us Cling Together for the PSP. And I have not played the original. Have any of you played the original Tactics Ogre on the Super Nintendo or the PlayStation 1?
Yeah, it's fucking very hard. It's very tough. I think anybody in the chat room who's played it will say that. I'm not crazy. That game is very difficult.
So supposedly they really haven't toned down the difficulty. They've just made it a little bit more accessible in terms of the gameplay. They've kind of streamlined it a little bit. They've made the leveling up system a little bit better. Your characters do not level individually. Instead, the classes level separate from your characters. Your characters only earn skill points to level them up. Basically, what Tactics Ogre is, it's a tactical role-playing RPG. So think Final Fantasy Tactics, and you get the idea. The one thing that I find unique about Tactics Ogre, because this is actually my first one that I've played, is that they let you build up an army. The maximum party size, I think, is like 12 or 15, which is just ridiculous. You look at battles and it's like, it's mass chaos. Like, there's people all over the screen. But I'm keeping my party a little limited. What I really like about this PSP version, though, is it's very polished. They've upped the graphics. They got some great character portraits, really excellent music. I'm not too far into it. I'd say maybe an hour and a half at tops. Story-wise, I'm still trying to grasp everything that's going on. But yeah, I'm liking it. It's the kind of game where you really have to invest a lot of time. So I'm not sure. I definitely don't see myself finishing this game anytime soon, if that. I just really wanted to try it out, see what it's all about. Okay, I also went back to Final Fantasy 13 on the PlayStation 3. I had left the game off on the end of Chapter 12, which there's only 13 chapters in the game, so it's been a few months since I've played it, but I really want to finish this game because I don't care. Final Fantasy 13 haters, you can keep hating, but I love 13. I think it's one of the best ones I've played in the series. I really love the characters. I love the story. I love the graphics. Yes, it's linear, but it's I guess it's linear for a reason.
Wait, Pete, are you saying that Final Fantasy 13 is your favorite Final Fantasy game?
No. It's a very good Final Fantasy game. It would be one of my top titles. But I do enjoy it. A lot rests on the fact that you like the battle system and the characters and story, which is basically everything that makes up an RPG. But it's especially true for Final Fantasy 13 because besides that, there's nothing else to this game. There's, it's linear, yes. There's really nothing else to do outside of combat and, just grinding for levels and watching the story unfold. That's it. While other Final Fantasy games, you can explore on a world map, you can go to, secret areas. I have not beat 13 yet, so maybe, more of that opens up, I'm sure, at the end of the game. But I am on the final chapter right now. I'm getting ready to face the final boss very shortly, which I'm about 50 hours into the game. So I definitely want to finish it, find out what happens. And I don't know, Johnny, you weren't too big of a fan of 13, right?
No, I'm not a big fan of 13 at all. And the reason why is this: I just don't like running in a straight line in a role-playing game, and I really don't care about any slack I have on that. I just kept seeing the back of this character's head, and we're just running forward. I'm like, it was funny. If you actually look at one of the maps, it's just one straight line, and we talked about this before. And the graphics and everything are stellar. The combat is great. Got no problem with that. But you know what? Maybe I'm old-fashioned and I'll take it. But I like a little bit of a world map, with my games, and Final Fantasy has really started to really go away from that zone, and I'm becoming more of a Dragon Quest fan because I enjoy world maps. So, hey, I found my niche. I'm not, some people like this game, and you know what? If you like the game, that's great for you. That's awesome. Glad you did. I really wanted to like it a little bit more, for sure.
I mean, yes, you think of what the game could have been. Could you imagine, taking the environments and the graphics of Final Fantasy 13 and placing it into a game like Final Fantasy 7, 8, or 9, where you have a little bit of more free form to move around? But, it is what it is. What can you do? I mean, the game would have been in development forever. Maybe they couldn't have done that with, maybe Square Enix might be losing money or something. Who knows? Maybe they didn't have the budget to really do what they wanted to do. Who the hell knows? But
no, actually, I think one of the main designers of the game said he didn't do a world map because he didn't. What was the actual quote? Because I want to get this right. He just said something like, "Yeah, it's too difficult to create a game with a world map." He actually said that. You can actually go and look that up online. They had a hard time doing that, and that's why they didn't. I'm like, well, wait a second. You're Square Enix. If something's hard, you have enough money to accomplish it. So
yeah, I mean, Final Fantasy VII had to be hard to make when they made it then. I mean,
I agree. Yeah,
didn't stop anybody from making a badass game back then.
Totally, I agree. It's funny, but remember, Final Fantasy VII started to go away from a world map, and every game started to go a bit more away from a world map. Number 9 brought it back. Really like that. Number 10 was the dot. Remember that? You'd see the world. You could pick the dots to go to. That was about it.
Yeah.
That's kind of frustrating, but God damn it. I don't know. I'm hoping Final Fantasy... Well, me and Pete were talking about this the other night, that my dream for Final Fantasy 15 would be to go back to medieval, first of all, and to bring in a world map again.
Yeah,
I'd love that. Whatever combat system they want to do, I'm into. That'll be fine. But please bring back the world map and bring back the medieval. I want to see like black mages again and stuff like that. Yeah, call me. Yeah, I'll take the old-fashioned stance on that one. Sure, no problem.
Yeah, but yeah, that's. I guess I'll end with Final Fantasy 13 there. And yes, I do. I love the battle system. I think it's just it's fun. It's very unique. It's fast paced, and it really shines during the boss battles because even normal encounters, but boss battles especially, it's like a strategy in its own. You're constantly switching up your stance, to deal with the situation that's going on. So boss battles are very challenging. I'd recommend it, to people that haven't picked it up. You've kind of been on the fence. Give it a try. Unfortunately, though, it's like two separate games, honestly. The first 15, 20 hours are very, very, very linear, and it's a lot of story watching. You never have a full party. It's not until the 15, 20 hour mark when they let you choose your party members, and it starts to open up a little bit more, unfortunately. But yeah. Yes, that is 13. And what else? Okay, so I got Killzone 3 today, and I popped that in. I played some online. I didn't play a terrible amount of it. I played a few maps. God, PSN is it's so dead, honestly. First of all, I hate Bluetooth headsets because they die all the time. They pick up background noise from everybody that's playing, okay? I don't want to wear a microphone and have to hear two other players' guns and stuff blazing through my headset. Like, that is just stupid. So I ended up turning that off. And no one talks anyway. PSN, okay, there's one of my reasons. Why do I buy all my multi-platform games on 360 instead of PS3? Because of that. That's one of the reasons. I hate their online system sometimes. But the graphics, hey, they look really good. Unfortunately, almost every freaking game that I got thrown into in Killzone 3, because I got the free map pack, so it let me play 2 of the older maps from Killzone 2 online. I almost ended up playing those every game I got into, unfortunately. So I only got to try some of the other newer maps, maybe 2 or 3 times, but they all look fantastic. Thank God the weapon lag is gone from Killzone 3. Anybody that's played Killzone 2 will know that, unfortunately, there was some high learning curve to it, because the weapons would lag in terms of, you want to look around, there's some input lag, because, I don't know, there's something with the engine in the game, and people just said basically it was the weight to the weapons, but no, it was input lag. That is gone, so it feels a little bit more like Call of Duty now. This is a class-based first-person shooter, by the way, so you go online and you can play as like a spy, a medic, tactician to lay down spawn points. You can play as a sniper, blah, blah, blah. I've been playing as the infiltrator, which is basically the spy, where you can disguise yourself and sneak up behind the enemy team, which proved good in the beta. It's proving more difficult in the actual game because the maps are bigger and stuff. But it's fun. I don't really see myself playing this a month from now, but I'm going to enjoy it while I have it. It's the same way with Killzone 2 for me. Have any of you played Killzone 2?
I played the demo, and I didn't really like the play controls too much.
Yeah. So
you're going to play it in 3D?
No. Maybe in 5 years when I have a 3D TV, but not anytime. And it has Move support as well, but I do not have the Move. And
that's cool.
Honestly, I would not see myself playing with the Move online unless there were Move-only rooms where I don't think I saw that option, where everybody that's playing in the room has the Move. Maybe I'd try that out, but I ain't put myself in a room with other people with a controller. No way.
One of my friends has a 3D TV in the Move. I should really go try that out. That would be interesting.
Yeah.
If I can get out there to his place, he lives a little far away from me. I'd love to try that out.
I mentioned this before. I played Gran Turismo 5 in 3D at PAX, and I wasn't too impressed at all by it, to be honest with you. It just was kind of blurry, and yeah. What's up, bro?
Oh, I was going to ask you, Gamester, how would you say that compares with the 3D mode on Rad Racer?
Oh, Rad Racer totally killed it, dude. Totally. I prefer Rad Racer.
That's what I was gonna. I had predicted that. See, I love old 3D technology, like the red and the blues. And actually, I don't know if you remember me from back in the day, but I was that guy who kept harassing you about the Jim Power Lost Dimension in 3D.
Oh yeah. And
I kept asking you how you liked it, because literally you bought that game. You bought that game. I went out that day. I went thrifting and I found that game like mint in the box with the glasses and stuff. And I was like, oh, now I have the same game as him. And I was all pumped about it. And the 3D in that game is really wild, man. I don't know if you've ever tried it. But
it's even I'm not with the glasses. I don't have the glasses for it, but even without the glasses, it's pretty wild with the background and it's
like
crazy. So
triple layers scrolling.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts. But this kind of segues into the next topic I want to get into, guys, is the 3DS. Found some more information about it, what it comes with. You guys know what it all's included with it?
No.
Would you guys like to know? Okay.
Yeah, hit us.
So it's retailing for it's retailing for $250. Okay, and there's 2 colors. I went to GameWork or GameStop, and they have blue and black. They're reserving it now. I'm kind of pissed because when I went to GameStop to reserve it, they didn't ask me what color I wanted.
What?
So
really?
What?
Yeah. So I'm like, I don't know, like what the fuck. So I go to like GameStop. I notice there's blue and black. I'm like, I want the blue one. The guy's like, well, I don't know. It was a different GameStop than I reserved it. They're like, oh, we can call. I'm like, this is a pain in the ass. But aren't they supposed to ask you what color you want when you reserve it? I don't know. Anyway, enough GameStop. But so it's retailing for $250, which is actually the most expensive handheld that Nintendo's ever released. It's coming with a couple of the 3D. It comes with like AR, augmented reality games. There's 6 mini games it comes with. Are you guys familiar with augmented reality? It's a really cool technology. Okay, so what it is, it's this card you put on your, like say you put on your table, and you view it through your 3DS, and it's a mini game that actually the card, it pops out of the card. It's hard to explain over the podcast without showing you, but so any way you move the 3DS, the graphics you see on the card through the picture is going to move as well. And it actually,
what?
It's pretty crazy. And like, there's this game, it's like archery. So these targets like pop out of this card. And if you hit them, it actually affects the environment around it. So the table will move and stuff like that. It's crazy. It's hard to, you guys kind of get what I'm saying? It's going to be, it's going to be really,
I'm most excited. They're giving you Nintendo character cards, so they're giving you like Link and Kirby and all that stuff with the 3DSs, and you put them on the table, and the character like pops out of the card and moves and dances around and stuff. And it's like Eye of Judgment for the PS3, but more advanced.
Now, here's the interesting note, though, guys. This is not the first time a handheld has been able to do this. The Gizmondo was able to do this as well. Actually, interesting enough, a lot of people didn't know that, but the Gizmondo could do this technology as well. And that came out in 2005. So this technology has been around for a while, but they're just now bringing it to the table. It's a really cool technology.
Have you played it before? Did you play this, John?
On the Gizmondo?
Yeah.
No, it's the game that has it for the Gizmondo is pretty rare. It's this these two towers. Again, you have cards and they fire at each other. There's actually videos on YouTube. If you view on YouTube, just type in Gizmondo augmented reality, you'll see it. It's pretty wild technology. But so it comes with that, which is cool. It comes with there's a whole bunch of apps that it comes with as well, if you want to call it that. One of them is a pedometer, which is interesting. Right, so the whole thing is Nintendo wants you to go out and exercise. So you put it in this pocket, and it tells you how many steps you make and all that. It's kind of strange. Internet browser. It comes with an activity log, which will tell you like what games you've been playing recently, how many hours you put in each game. Face Raiders is another mini game it comes with, which when you take a picture of your face.
That just sounds so bad.
You take a picture. You take a picture of your face, and it's from reading about it. It sounds like it's like Space Invaders.
Oh, I'm so not taking a picture of my face.
I know you might break the thing, dude. You might break it, but
no.
Another cool thing is another cool thing it comes with is it's called Street Pass. So, say you had a 3DS and I had a 3DS, and we walk by each other. I will pick up your information. You pick up mine. So I'll pick up all the information you've played, all the games, and your gamer tag, which is another thing kind of sucks.
So when you go to check out my picture or something, you'll actually see my penis on there.
Yeah, but the problem is it's too small.
And Gamester, it'll be in 3D for you.
Yeah.
Fucking 3D dick.
But the problem is it doesn't have a magnifying glass, Johnny, so it won't be able to work, unfortunately, because it's so tiny.
You'll have to get one of those old school magnifying glasses for the old Game Boys.
Is that like the MIDI mushroom for New Super Mario Brothers?
Right, exactly. Photo editing is like there's just like the DS has it, but the cool thing about the photos, it's 3D photos, which is neat. So you can like move your picture around in 3D, which is really crazy. It's got a Me Maker, which is kind of like similar to the Wii. You can take a picture of your face, and it gives you like kind of a Wii character, but it will like put your face on that character. Kind of odd. There's what they call an eShop, which is basically kind of a DSi shop channel. Very similar. They've announced Game Boy games. They've announced Game Boy Color games. No mention of Game Boy Advance games. No mention of Virtual Boy games. I think Virtual Boy would be awesome. I know Pete, you'd be a big fan of that. Yes. Some disappointing. Here's a disappointing thing about it though is they still have the freaking numbers like that you have to put in for your gaming code, friend code numbers. But instead of like different from the Wii, where the Wii sometimes, depending on the game, you have to change those numbers around. This is just one solid number. So rather than saying like, let's make it easy and give people names on here, we're still sticking with numbers.
But it's one number from what you're saying, right?
But it's one number, right? So you don't have to worry about.
It's almost like console based, right?
Right.
Like it's just the number for the console that allows you to play.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
like
at least that's a small step forward.
Right. As far as accessories, along with the 3DS, you get a 2 gig SD card, and you get a really cool charging cradle, which will let it like the system kind of basically stay in sleep mode indefinitely while it's charging, which is neat. So, I mean, for $250, you get a lot. You don't necessarily get a game with it, but you get a whole bunch of mini games and accessories. And I'm really excited about the system, guys. I can't tell you how excited I am.
I've actually got some bad news for myself. I got some bad news.
What's up?
And I don't think I'll be able to pick one up.
Really?
And the reason why, because I'm spending like $2,000 on this computer. So I can't be buying everything in the universe. Like I'm pretty down to earth here. So I might have to pass on the launch, which is something you guys know how excited I am. But no, it's not a new Mac. It's actually a used Mac. I wouldn't buy a new Mac. That'd be crazy. But unfortunately, yeah, it looks like I'll be missing launch unless what is the launch day? Is that March?
March 27th.
Well, there's a bit of time before then. I can maybe make some money back and start getting my savings back to where it's at. So we'll see.
I think I'm right there with you, man. I don't think I'm going to be able to pull this off launch day. But, that's not such a bad thing because, Nintendo and their handhelds, like there's going to be another 3DS coming out.
Oh, yeah.
And, by that time, the original 3DS is going to be probably half the freaking price. So,
they're going to come out with a 3DS XL. And then they'll come out with a 3DX SLI or some bullshit. You know what I'm saying?
This thing that wraps around your head.
Yeah. It's gonna be wild. Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I might stream my me picking up midnight release. I might do a live stream of that, and who knows? I'll probably end up doing a video day of a review of it. So unboxing, if you want to call it that. But Jason, you've been kind of quiet over there, buddy.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm here. I'm hanging out. I'm just listening to the good conversation. I've been thinking about a 3DS too. Man, I'm telling you, it's a tough one for me. I was talking about this the other night with John. 250 is kind of steep for a handheld for me.
Yeah.
It is kind of
steep. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And Johnny, you mentioned it. You can't buy everything.
Can't do everything.
Right. And there's, Jesus Christ, $250. I mean, that's easy to do just on games. And that's not a whole lot of games, So... Yeah, I drove to Best Buy and I sat in the parking lot the other day about to go in pre-order it, and I got out of the car and I went into Best Buy and I walked around the store for an hour. I looked at the CDs and I looked at computers and I looked in the video games and I'm like, fuck.
You shouldn't be there.
I know. And that's what I'm saying to myself. And I'm even wearing my sunglasses in the store. I hope that no one looks at me because I want to be invincible right now. And
yeah.
So I don't know. I'm up in the air. I don't see. I'm still up in the air. I want to get it, but if I do this, I won't be able to eat my cookies for a long time.
For at least a week.
For at least a week. So I don't know. And now I'm debating because I know how console releases go.
Yeah.
We know this. If I don't pre-order it right now and get it locked down, I'm not going to be able to get one for a while.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah,
they're not gonna change their prices either though until the next one comes out.
Yeah.
So what the fuck do I do?
You know what? Jason, thank you. You made me sit and think about it. I'll just put it on my fucking credit card. It's not the end of the world.
That's dangerous stuff. I know. It's dangerous to me.
Why? I don't have anything on my credit card.
Don't talk them out of it, Gamester.
I'm cool.
I'm just saying. You gotta be careful with that shit.
Yeah, then I'll buy this on my credit card and that on my credit. No, that's what's dangerous.
Well, because I just know how much you spent on the whale and shit back in the day on your credit card, and I'm just thinking about you, man.
The whale was kind of worth it, fancy dining. The whale took me for a ride.
Okay.
Hell yeah, it did, that bitch.
Yeah, hey, I can't say.
You guys know how I feel about the whale. I don't.
Oh, so you were coming in and you got something good.
Oh. What's going on?
I don't like the whale. That's the devilfish. I don't know.
Yeah. Fuck the whale. Remember, that's what I was saying.
No. I like that you guys have the whale on. I just that's back to that question that I sent you guys. What'd you guys do with those dolphins that I sent you too?
Jason's keeping him nice and sound in his room, dude. I think he's having. He's having a little menage a trois in there in his room with the
backup singers for the whale or something.
That's why he's always so quiet over there now. He used to be such a talkative lad, and now the whale's baking him cookies and doing all sorts of ridiculous things.
Hey, so back to
some more cookies. Back to the whale voice.
Back to the handheld talk, real quick. What do you guys? The NGP is coming out at the end of the year. What is that going to cost? Probably $400, right? How much do you guys think that's going to go for? It's going to be pretty expensive too. But
sorry, John, I totally missed that. What's coming out at the end of the year?
The NGP, the Sony NGP,
the PSP2.
Yeah, the PSP2.
Oh,
yeah,
I'm out. Yeah,
it looks cool. I like the whole touch thing in the back. That's kind of a cool little feature. The touchscreen. Yeah. It's supposed to be like PS3 quality graphics. The nice thing, it comes with SD card games, so it's not completely downloadable. Only there's actually media, but it doesn't play the whole SMUs anymore, or whatever it's called, VMUs, or what are those shits called for the PSP? But
UMD.
Are they going to be actual? Are they going to
What?
be actual SD cards or like an SD-like card?
It's a
SD
modified
like,
SD.
yeah,
Oh,
it's,
okay,
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
I was going to say
'Cause
hackers are just going to have a field day with that.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure it wouldn't be like real SD cards. You know what I mean? It's gonna have to be an officially licensed Sony product. I'm sure of it.
So Sony announced though when at the very beginning that they kept cost in mind for the consumer. So I can't imagine go for $400. I'm thinking more around $250, maybe the most $300 for the NGP.
Just can't buy it all. Just can't buy it all.
Can't buy it all.
No.
What the fuck do I do?
Just get a 3DS and don't worry about the PSP too. Don't worry about it.
I need to start a.
Wait till that one drops in price. I'll buy it when it's cheap.
Yeah.
But 3DS, I want to experience that 3D. That's something that's the selling point of this. If it was just another, we said this before, if it was just another handheld by Nintendo, I'd be like, fuck that. I don't care. But 3D has suckered me in.
Yeah, the 3DS is really cool. I'll tell you the handheld I'm really excited for though, guys. And I'm getting the mail probably within a month or so, hopefully. Knock on wood.
I know this.
The Pandora.
Yeah.
The Pandora. I've been waiting for, it's like you, Pete, with that.
God. John, you've been talking about this for like 5 years.
I know I have, man. I've been fucking wanting this Pandora for so long, but I got on the first batch, and it's gonna be cool. It's gonna be really exciting. I'm really excited about the Pandora. And for those who don't know what the Pandora is, then we'll keep it mum because I'll do a review on it so you guys can know about it. But it's pretty cool. It's a pretty cool system.
Yeah.
So.
All
right, what else? Should we do some whale questions or what's it called? Quick draw.
So I've also been playing another game.
Oh my God.
Pete has been playing games.
Yeah, so I also played Bulletstorm today.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's why I didn't say shit about it.
Okay.
I'm blown away by the game. It's I was actually just streaming it prior to recording this here with you guys, but because before all I knew about the game was the trailer that they showed off, the initial trailer with the gameplay, and I played the demo. But the actual game itself is just so freaking awesome. The environments in this game are amazing. Large scale, look beautiful. The graphics are just phenomenal. It's just crazy action all the time. It's a lot of fun. They start you off with just a gun and, just like every other game, basically you get new weapons and you level them up and you get new abilities, and all Bulletstorm is about is just kicking enemies' asses. Like they give you this lasso kind of leash thing that it's all made out of electricity, and you latch on the enemies and pull them towards you, and you can kick them away, and it goes into a bullet time while they're in the air, so you can basically get off all these different spectacular kills on them. The whole point of the game, the single player, basically they award you points for how crazy you kill an enemy. So let's say you latch onto them with the leash, you slam them on the ground, they go flying in the air, you whip out your pistol with the you shoot this little pistol at them that's charged up, and it'll send them flying into the air, and then from there you get some points for that. Or say you kick them into a cactus and impale them on there, or just all these different crazy ways to kill these enemies, and just the wacky names that they come up with. If you get a group kill shot, it'll award you a lot more points. But I'm just really, it's really, really explicit though. I'm telling you, like if you're young and your parents don't want you playing M-rated games, and you've played, say, Call of Duty and Halo in the past, and that past, skip over Bulletstorm. Seriously, they drop so many curses, it's unbelievable. A little too much, I'd say, but hey, that's just the character of the game. And the violence is just
It's
so
like
if
over
you're
the
young
top.
Yeah, if you're one of those kids where you're just convincing your parents to let you get M-rated games, do not start with Bulletstorm, okay? Just skip over it for now. But it's really over the top, and there's also a multiplayer mode where you can do co-op through challenges and stuff and try and get high scores. I don't know the specifics on it because I haven't played it yet. But I'm really, really blown away and excited for this game. I didn't think it was going to be this good. In terms of story, I don't know. There's really no story. You're just down there killing guys. I tried to understand what the hell was going on, but I don't know. I really don't care because the action is just so great. Like people said, they concentrated on making this game fun, and that's exactly what they pulled off. There's really no elaborate plot to it that I've noticed yet, and it's very colorful as well. So can I just say here on your closing argument about Bulletstorm, I have the quote and the term, the sentence for the game. I can sum up the game in one quote.
For everyone out there, when you play it, you're going to know. This is it. What the dick.
What?
That's it. Go play it. Get back to me after you play it. What the dick. That's what it is.
Really?
Was it like a full card or what?
Sounds like a game Johnny would like.
Yeah. I don't know what any of that means. I'm quite afraid.
They say dick jokes like throughout the entire, from what I was watching on Pete's stream, and it's just so funny. He was like,
That's
what
funny.
the dick? Just like, I'm like, what? He really said that. It's just like, so it's just it's over the top. The game's great.
Very, yes.
So the demo is a good way to go to get a kind of a
No.
feel for the game?
Well, you can get a feel for it, but honestly, like, the demo is just, they throw you into it, like, with all the weapons and everything, basically. And it's a little overwhelming at first.
Yeah.
But the level they throw you into, in terms of the environment itself, it's really not that impressive. But
Yeah.
the first I played it for a couple of hours, maybe 2.5, 3 hours maximum. But the environments and the levels in the actual campaign of the game. Well, here's the thing. I think the demo was either the end of the game or it was like a challenge mode where it's just all about getting score.
It was challenge mode, yeah.
Okay.
It's called Echoes.
But the campaign, the single player, is like totally different. It's like an actual real crafted world that really, they put some thought into the level designs for sure. Whereas the challenge mode is sort of, an arena where it's made to basically just kill your enemies like left and right all the time.
Yeah.
So I would say the demo is an indication of the play mechanics of the game, but the actual experience of the single player, it's not a good indicator.
Hmm.
But I've also been playing Radiant. I also got in the mail today. Now, granted, this is very, very, very brief impressions of this game because I've only played it for half an hour. But I've been playing a little bit of Radiant Historia on the Nintendo DS. And this is a role-playing game published by Atlas. And I don't know who it's developed by. Maybe, I'm sure someone in the chat knows if it's developed by Atlas. I really don't know offhand. But it's a turn-based RPG, and I haven't really gotten into the meat of the game. But supposedly the play mechanic behind this is that you can rewind time, basically. So the story throughout the game, like, you make certain choices where you go back in time to basically change the events that have happened. And yes, you're probably saying to yourself, oh, Chrono Trigger, blah, 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 all those, there's been some time travel RPGs before. But from what I've read, this game does it very, very well in a way that makes you really, engrossed in this time travel mechanic. And I can't really go into specifics because I haven't gotten to that point in the game yet. The only hint of it is that the main character has foreseen in a vision, his two companions getting killed. And I'm sure I'm getting up to the point where I'm going to go back in time and prevent that and everything. I got into a couple of battles. It has an interesting battle mechanic with combos where it's got a very light grid mechanic to it where, there's 9 different tiles and depending upon where your enemies are positioned and where you're positioned, typical stuff, you do more or less damage depending upon where you are. But let's say there's an enemy on the front tile and 2 enemies on the the two tiles behind them. So say there's 3 enemies lined up, and you hit the first enemy in the front of the line to, you can knock them back tiles. So let's say you knock the front enemy backwards. It will combo into the other 2 enemies behind him, and all of your teammates will also hit all 3 of those characters. So it's, in a way, it's almost like they brought in light puzzle elements into the combat. Very interesting. I've only done a couple of battles, granted, but it seems very good. The graphics are actually pretty phenomenal. It's got some great 3D rendered environments. The characters are 2D sprite work. The music so far seems very excellent as well. There's no voice acting that I've seen. Character portraits very detailed. Overall, from what I've played, over the half an hour I've played, I'd recommend it to fans of turn-based RPGs. And the nice thing is it comes with a soundtrack as well. So that is Radiant Historia on the Nintendo DS.
Is that it,
What
Pete?
else?
Anything
Pete,
else, Pete?
What else have you been playing, Pete?
I'm
What else
done.
have you been playing?
That's all I can remember.
What? That's it?
I don't remember on the last podcast if I brought up or not. If I did, do you remember if I mentioned Sonic Colors? I don't remember if I mentioned that.
Yeah, you mentioned Sonic Colors.
Okay,
Sure.
so I beat Sonic Colors. There we go. So that's it.
What else, Pete?
There's got to be something else, Pete. What else?
It's got to be something else.
Let's talk about Sonic Colors again.
Yeah.
Oh yes, I played on the PC. I played a game called Desktop Dungeons. Yes, that's what it's called. It's a free to download game. It's a roguelike that's meant to be, played in 5 to 10 minute spurts. It was actually really fun. It's sort of like a puzzle game in a way, because they basically give you a random floor and you have to figure out. And for those of you that aren't familiar with roguelikes, it's all about, once you die, that's it. It's game over. You start over again. And it's grid based, so you make a move. Except in Desktop Dungeons, the enemies don't move. They're just solid. They stay on the game board where they are. It's interesting. Google Desktop Dungeons, and it's a quick little RPG game that you can play. It's sort of like a puzzle / roguelike RPG that you can download for free. Start it up in like 5 seconds. Play a little bit of it. I find it enjoyable. So check that out. And that's it. That's all I can remember.
Are you sure? That's it? Come on, think about it. There's got to be something else.
Fuck that. Quit encouraging him.
Let's get on to, I know that people are really antsy here. They want to do some quick draw questions.
Let's quick draw the shit up.
Let's do it.
What do you guys say?
Let's do it.
All right, so go post a, let's see, All Gen Gamers Facebook page, right?
We're doing the forums, aren't we?
We're doing it right.
Oh, we're doing it right here. That's right. Oh, yeah.
Sure.
Oh, we're live. I forgot. Oh, my God.
Jesus Christ.
All right, now I bet you the chat room is going to start getting flooded. So, for those of you that haven't heard, Whale's Quick Draw is basically we each pick a question, and each of us has under a minute to answer it. If the whale sounds after the minute is up, we must stop our answer and move on.
Pete always loses at this game, just so you know.
But except for when Jason answering, because then he usually doesn't whale himself.
Yeah, he's
so
whale
full of
himself.
shit. You know what? If you would actually go in time out, how long I've been talking, you realize.
Rob, we need Rob to be like a time. I guess we're lagged here, so it wouldn't really work. But we need a third-party person to help us time these questions. But there's lag, so never mind. That's not going to work.
Yeah.
All right, so here goes the intro. You guys put your questions in the chat. Oh, boy. Who wants to go first?
I'll pick the first question.
All right.
Sure.
Why don't we have...
I'm still trying
Crow.
to get in there.
Crow, why don't you go first, man? You're the guest. You want to go first?
I'm trying to get back into the chat here. I think that might be what crashed me out last time. So
Okay.
we're going to give it a shot here.
I'll pick the first one.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is now time for the Whale's Quick Draw.
That's hot.
Okay, so I got one already, guys. This is from J Poppy Z. What's your favorite Neo Geo game?
Ooh, nice.
I'm assuming he's talking about the AES or MVS, not the Pocket. But okay, so favorite Neo Geo game. I'm gonna have to say Metal Slug 1. Okay, and on to you, Johnny.
I got to say Mark of the Wolves. Crow, what would you say?
God, you know what? Last Resort. I love that game.
What game?
Last Resort.
Oh yeah, good game. What about you, Jason?
Neo Drift Out, New Technology.
Ooh, nice.
Good choice.
Pete, what about you?
Peter Dorr.
Samurai Showdown 2, because I don't have too much else to choose from that I can think of. It's a good game, though.
Good stuff. Okay.
Okay.
Johnny, I'm going to tell you what to do. I'm telling you what to do.
Okay.
Do it.
Osiris592. This is not video game related, but he says favorite movie. My favorite movie is Blade Runner. Retro. Game. What would you say, Crow?
Oh man. I'm kind of like Jason. I get really funny with favorites.
Favorite movie of all time? Answer now.
Oh, God.
Star Wars.
Nice, Gamester.
Okay. Johnny, I'm going to have you answer this one for me. You probably know it.
I don't know. Is it Star Trek?
It's Star Wars. It's probably episode... I like episode 5.
Episode 1.
Empire Strikes Back.
Nice
Favorite
choice.
one. Yeah.
Nice.
Okay. Jason.
Spaceballs. Pete.
Jesus Christ. I've never been able to come up to it. I've never been able to... Yeah, Jesus, Passion of the Christ. Yes. No.
Yeah, I love that.
This is such a hard question for me because there's, between horror and... Jeez. I'd just for now, I'll have to go with Star Wars A New Hope.
Nice.
Good one.
Okay. Crow, pick one. Are you in the chat room yet?
Yeah, I am here.
Grab one.
Let's see.
That's not best boobs. Best boobs of gaming was a pretty funny one.
You know, I'm married, and I don't think my wife would appreciate me
Yeah.
talking.
I hear you.
Montro Gamer asks, "What system do you want to have in your collection that you do not currently own?" You know, going with the title of my show, Retro Roadshow, I don't have a next-gen console. I have a Wii, but I don't have a PS3 or an Xbox 360. It's one of those things where, you know, I buy stuff at thrift stores and garage sales. I saw a 360 the other day for $60, but it was red-ringed and very clear that somebody had hacked into it already, so I wasn't going to pay $60 to find that out, you know, and
Yeah.
But yeah, as far as a favorite gaming system that I don't have, I would say I would want a PS3, in all honesty. I don't do too much online gaming, so I'd probably go with the combination Blu-ray player and whatnot.
Nice.
Nice.
Do
Gamester,
I pass it on? So, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
pass
you
on.
pay some.
Yeah, Gamester, go for it.
Wow, this is tough for me. I went a lot of. I mentioned the Xbox Mountain Dew version, which is the collector's edition. I'm looking to get. Possibly, it's really cool. I mentioned it in the last podcast, but probably the Panasonic M2, which is a prototype. I think I mentioned that before as well. There's a prototype super rare that it was a follow-up version of the 3DO. I'd like to have that. That'd be awesome to have in my collection. But Jason, to you.
I would like to get a TurboGrafx 16.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like this guy.
I don't have one, and I've only played them at friends' places back in the day, but I don't physically own one. I would absolutely love to get involved with it and get a whole bunch of games and experience it. So that would be my answer.
Hey, speaking of which,
I
Jason,
didn't think of that.
Jason, just real quick, dude. Johnny, guess what I picked up at Vintage Stock yesterday?
Oh my God, what?
I picked up New Adventures Island for the TurboGrafx 16, and I picked up Air Zonk, each for
Nice.
$40. Yeah, so
That's pretty good, actually.
Good deal,
for Arizona.
actually, yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry to cut in there.
No, you're cool, asshole.
Yeah. I guess I'll jump in for myself. I think what I would want is the PC Engine LT. It's not a completely different system, but it's a PC Engine and screen built into one. It's ridiculously overpriced. Like, it's ridiculously overpriced, but I've always kind of wanted that. But the problem is there's always dead pixels in it. Anyways, that's my choice, Mr. Peter Dorr.
I've been really wanting to play TurboGrafx CD games, but most specifically, the console that I want to do that is the PC Engine Duo RX, so that I have no freaking audio capacitor problems or any of that stuff that arises in the Turbo Duo. So yes, that would be my choice.
Nice. Who's gonna?
Is that all of us?
Now I think Johnny. Did Johnny go? Pete didn't go.
Yeah, he did.
Pete,
Yeah.
Son of a bitch.
Pete, did you go?
I just went.
He just went.
Oh, fuck.
What the hell are you? What podcast are you on?
Sorry, man. The dogs are keeping me occupied. Sorry about that.
All right. I got a question. From High Speed Dirt. He asked, "What's your favorite arcade home port?"
Oh my God.
Oh,
Oh shit.
I'll
Wow.
go first.
okay. Home port.
I'll take a little extra time to let you guys think.
Okay.
But my favorite arcade home port, there's a lot actually, but it's gonna be Hydro Thunder. Yeah, fuck
Hydro
me.
Thunder.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's fun.
But you know what?
Good choice.
I also really enjoy Rush 2049 on Dreamcast.
Yeah.
That's a good one. Yeah. Okay. I'm getting ready to pass the torch to Mr. Retro Roadshow.
Let's see. You know what? I'm gonna go with Street Fighter 2 for the Super Nintendo,
That's
because
a
when
good
that
one.
came
I wanted
out,
to say
like,
that.
yeah, I mean, me and my friends, that was it. When that came out, like, that was the game that you had to have, and it was. I think it's the first time that an arcade port actually came over that it was a big deal for me, where I was just freaking out about it, and yeah, definitely Street Fighter 2 for Super Nintendo.
Yeah, it's a good one. Good one. What about you, John?
Can I say Dynamite Ducks? Is that an arcade? Did we confirm
son of
that's
a
an arcade?
bitch.
No,
Is that official? Did that even be in the arcade?
That was an arcade game. We
I
found it
think
out.
it was an arcade. No, but no. My actual choice though is I was gonna say Street Fighter 2 again, like Crow, good choice. But I'll go with my second, and this is the Turtles, the arcade game for the NES. Absolutely love that game. I remember getting it on my birthday and playing the shit out of that game, and I still play it quite a bit. Great, obviously graphics not equivalent to the arcade, but still fun factors there. Pete.
Just off the top of my head, I mean, how much more can you get an arcade experience home with House of the Dead 2 on the Dreamcast? That was one of my first purchases for the Dreamcast, and man, I don't know. I used to play that game for hours, and I don't know, just something, I used to play co-op with my friends, and it was just a really great experience because, unlike other games, light gun games when I was younger, well, I wasn't too young with the Dreamcast, but I don't know, it was just like a totally different experience, having the light gun. I used to cheat and put it on turbo, so I'd have basically a machine gun, but hell, I didn't care. But yeah, that would be my choice.
Great game. Johnny?
Right.
Johnny, is passing on to me. My choice would be Play Alive. Just said it in the chat room a little second ago, and I got to agree. It's a good one. Strider was a really good home port. Loved that back in the day. And Ghouls and Ghosts was also another really amazing port. There's a few. I was going to say Street Fighter. That's a really nice one to pick. That was the biggest arcade game to home translation ever. It wasn't completely arcade perfect when I had the Super Nintendo, but it didn't matter. We could actually play it at home. That was awesome. So that is my choice. Who's left? Who has not answered this question?
I think we've all gone. I do have. I thought of one though. I kind of didn't mention before. I want to throw out there is Donkey Kong for the ColecoVision. That's a great port.
True. Yeah.
Yeah, and that really helped the ColecoVision sell the system too. So that was a huge impact in gaming when it came out. But good stuff.
Are you guys seeing Rob Man's question on here? That's awesome.
I missed it.
Yeah, he asked, what would you send back to yourself as the pinnacle of modern gaming in the future, right? Let me see.
Yeah.
What modern game would you send back in time as an example of the pinnacle of gaming today?
There you go. There you go. That's a good one. Retro.
I know mine.
What are you going to say there?
Uncharted 2 on the PS3. I still think that is yes. Well, from today, right now, if I were to send one game back to show what games are capable of today, is that the best game of this, modern games today? No, but in terms of showing what's capable, in the future of gaming, I would send back Uncharted 2.
That's a tough one.
It's a hard one.
Fuck, that's tough.
God of War 3 is pretty good.
That's a good show. Yeah.
That's what I was going to say, actually.
God of War 3 is probably my pick. Just graphically, and it's a good one. I enjoy it. But Gran Turismo 5.
I don't know what I'd say for myself. I'd probably say something like Dead Space 2. I just finished playing it just for the lighting and some of the scare factors and some of the creature designs and stuff. If I was a kid, when I was playing my NES and I walked in and I said, "Hey, play this, you idiots," and I'm like, they put that in high definition they'd have to bring this high definition TV back then. I'd be blown away. I'd just be so stunned. And there's everybody's putting so many great games in the chat room here as well that would be equally good.
Pro said Heavy Rain. Yeah.
Heavy Rain. Yeah, I was seeing that too. Heavy Rain's a
Fallout 3 would blow people's minds. Yeah.
What about LA Noire?
How about Maids with Balloons?
Maids with Balloons.
Oh my God. I would have stopped gaming, man. I can't lie.
I would have started gaming, man. What are you playing?
Yeah, I suppose back in the day, being 10, 11 years old, to be like, oh shit, look at this, man.
Well, the funny thing is, Maze with Balloons is a lot like the old Sega CD games, like Night Trap and shit like that, Yep. It's funny. Good stuff.
Who needs to ask a question? I can't remember. It's been going so fast.
I would love to answer that question, though.
Oh,
okay, go ahead.
I would pick Bad Company 2.
Little Jason would be
all suspenseful.
Because I think it represents, this first-person genre has really blown up thanks to a little small franchise known Call of Duty. But, I think that game has amazing open world. I think the environments are beautiful. I think it controls fantastic. I love the destructible environments. Love the gameplay. But to top it all off, it has just the most amazing sound design. If you guys haven't played that game, you really should, just for the sound design and the way that the music's great, the effects are incredible. It really impacts you. It's incredible. So I would send that one back.
Hey, Jason, I'm sorry to cut you off.
Go ahead. I was going to say, every time I see Bad Company 2 for the rest of my life, I'm not going to be able to help but think of Jason.
I know, me as well.
Seriously. Every time I see that game in the stores, I think of him.
Aw. Hey, Jason, Bad Company 3, they're coming out with a new engine for it, which is interesting. I was reading about it.
Yep, the Frostbite 2. Really excited about that. I'm really excited to see how they're going to improve on it, because I think this engine it does pretty much everything you want it to do. So I'm very excited to see what we have in store for the future. So
very cool. And it's coming out during the same time of a lot of the other big games in the Christmas time period. So that'll be interesting to see how it stacks up against the new Batman game coming out. And there's a couple other big titles coming out too during the same time.
Yeah, so, definitely.
Cool how it stacks up.
Yep.
Very cool. Good choice.
Altarpiece has a really good question. I can't even think of an answer myself. Which game, in your opinion, has the most wasted potential?
Oh, God.
Oh, boy.
It's a good question, right? But it's hard to answer.
Is this like freaking SATs and shit?
I gotta think? Oh, shit.
God, this is like the SATs, dude.
It's wasted potential. That's tough. Yeah. Any game that didn't live up to its potential? How about that? That's tough.
I don't know. Final Fantasy 14 seems like one of those.
There's a very good answer.
And I haven't even played very much of it. I've just kind of watched a few friends play it, and it's just like, really? Because I used to watch my friends play 11 back in the day, and I mean, it was pretty much like being in a room by yourself, and their eyes were glued to the TV. And now it's not like that anymore. It's not nearly as engrossing.
Yeah, Dynamite Ducks. Good Lord. Maids and Balloons did not live up to its
I'll tell you,
potential.
any of the old school like LJN Nintendo titles, because they're based on movies, you know, they think they'd be good, and they're all just shit. You know, Friday the 13th, Back to the Future. Yeah, I mean, they're all, I love that movie. And then, Back to the Future is a great example. I mean, terrible game.
Terrible. Shit is terrible.
Oh, that's terrible.
Yeah, Beat 'em and Eat 'em. Someone said Beat 'em and Eat 'em. That definitely had some potential. Beat 'em and Eat 'em, but
Rob said Beyond the Beyond, and there's another game that did not live up to the potential. Oh, and Double Dungeons did not live up to the potential. Just didn't.
Yeah, I think Resident Evil 4 is a good one too.
What?
4? You mean 5, maybe?
Oh, 5, not 5. Not 4. 5. 5. Yes, 5. Sorry.
Okay.
I think Final Fantasy 11's pretty shit.
Final Fantasy 11, the online what?
I'm just throwing it out there to see what everyone would say. Oh, God.
That Bad Company, didn't live up to its potential.
So I'm just kidding.
Yeah, I know. We're all kidding.
Hey, actually, I do have an answer for this one, though. I had to think about it for a while. The Conduit for Wii.
Oh, yes.
How about that,
I was so disappointed in that game, man. No, I was hyping myself up because it was going to be like the first real first-person shooter on the Wii.
God, you and I both, Pete. I was
so disappointed. I played that game like once or twice, and I was done.
Yep. And so now we've got the Conduit 2, which is supposed to fix all the other shit, and it's getting a lot of hype too. It's going to have online voice chat. It's going to have dedicated server. It's going to have all kinds of shit. I'm getting very excited for it. Also, it has co-op campaign. Very excited for that. So here we go again. We're getting hyped up.
Oh,
I don't know.
Great, so another great answer. Benjamino. White Knight Chronicles was another game that did not live up to its potential.
It didn't. I still enjoyed that game, though.
Did you?
Yes.
In between the constant freezing, I enjoyed it. How about that? And it froze all the time for me.
There's a good question. If you guys playing on PC at all, favorite DOS game?
No, jeez.
Oh, I got one. I got one. Doom.
Yeah, I'll agree with that because I don't know what to say.
Doom.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah. Richard's like, yeah.
I'll steal your answer.
What about Oh, I'm sorry. What about the
X-Wing versus Tri-Fighter? Yeah, X-Wing. That's a good one too.
Right on. How about those like the LucasArts point and click, like Escape from Monkey Island and stuff?
And stuff like that.
Sam and Max. Oh, Day of the Tentacle was awesome, dude.
Yeah.
Remember that? Oh,
Yeah.
That was Maniac Mansion 2, Day of the Tentacle. Fantastic.
Was it Maniac Mansion 2?
What? That's what it was.
It was a sequel?
It was a sequel. Yeah, it was a sequel.
Maybe I'm thinking.
Ooh, someone put Oregon Trail. That was a little bit before. That was before PC. That was before DOS. Oregon Trail.
I played that shit on the Apple
That's cool.
IIe. Yeah.
Police
Yeah, that was
Larry,
old.
yeah, for sure.
Police Larry.
Quest. Remember Police Quest? And
All the Sierra games like King's Quest, Police Quest.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are all great.
Somebody said, "Oh, Johnny's not a PC gamer," but yeah, no, I went to a friend's place back then, and I loved watching my friend play those point and click adventures. They were so cool, so cool.
You remember a game called
you play King's?
Which game? Retro?
A game called The Longest Journey?
No.
Oh man, if you like point and clicks, go and check that out. It's a game by his name is Ragnar Tornquist, and it's a point and click adventure. I think it was released in like '99 or something like that, or late '90s. Yeah, and let me see. Actually, I've got it over here. What do we got here? It's by Funcom, and well, it runs on Windows 2000 and Millennium, so it might be. That's probably late '90s, but man, as far as just a killer story and all hand-drawn backgrounds, the graphics are amazing, and the voiceovers aren't that great, but it's kind of comical listening to them for sure. That is by far my most favorite point and click of all time.
Wow. Hey, nice. Crow, I got a recommendation for you if you haven't played it already. It's Scooby-Doo Mysteries for the Genesis.
You know, I haven't.
Have you
I
played
saw that.
What the?
It's totally different. No, I'm serious. I'm telling you, it's totally different than the Scooby-Doo Mystery for the Super Nintendo. So there's actually the same title, two different games. It's made by Acclaim. It's a point and click adventure game. It's a mystery game, obviously, but it's kind of rare. It's kind of hard to find. So if you get a copy, pick it up. It's a fun one.
Yeah, definitely. That's for the Sega Genesis.
The Genesis, yeah, Scooby-Doo Mystery. And the graphics are almost very similar to Day of the Tentacle, kind of like cartoony graphics.
Okay.
And it's got a really cool play interface. It's very kind of reminds me of the old classic Sierra point and click, games. Check it out.
Yeah, I love that stuff.
Nice.
Oh yeah, mine would be Duke 3D, of course.
Duke.
Thank you very much.
Good choice. Balls of steel.
Balls of steel.
Balls of steel.
It's time to kick ass and chew some bubble gum.
Balls of steel.
There we go. Okay. What the fuck are we doing now?
Should we hit
we all ask a question?
Yeah, let's do some love talk, dude.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Dude, let's talk about some love talk. Guys, we're going to do a special...
Okay, we'll do a live love talk, sure. I think I can do that.
Live love talk, but I got to read the question here, so... Love.
Yeah, you read the question. Yeah, you pick it out.
Guys, can we get a love talk question here?
Oh, God.
Yeah, I know.
This is going to get nasty.
Where do I put my penis in the whale? I like these. Fuck? Yes, you gotta just fuck. Just do it that way. I made out with this girl when I was drunk, and now she's a man.
I'm supposed to read these, bro. You're stealing my thunder here.
Oh no, I'm just having a look through them. Don't worry about it. The doctors at work here. How do I fuck my TV? Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Benjamins.
Okay.
Benjamins. I like
There
this
you go.
one. I like.
Okay, Johnny. This is from Benjamin. What the fuck is his name?
He can never get people's names right. I
can never say Benjamin. Okay, it's already passed, dude. I can't find it now.
Benjamino. Do the question again. You have to type it slow because games.
Benjamin.
Come on,
I'm kind of slow. Sorry about that.
Just lose you for a whale pig.
Okay, here you go.
For you,
Benjamin, Johnny. What is the best way to end a difficult relationship? To you, Johnny.
What is the best way to end a difficult relationship? Like, it depends on how difficult it is. Like, what is this woman beating you? Like, like is she verbally abusing you? Like she locks you in a closet at night? You can't get out? I don't know. That's tough. I don't know. Like, okay, I'll put it to you guys. Have any of you guys actually ended a relationship on the phone? I've never done that. I've always done it, and this is my answer as well. I've always done it straight to the person and a chop to the throat. Somebody put in the chop. that is absolutely hilarious. Have any of you guys actually ended a relationship over the phone? Like, I'm not talking about a 2-week dating thing. I'm talking about like somebody you dated for like a year. Have any of you guys done that, Jason?
No, never. Always in person.
John?
No, but I've had it happen to me. I've had a text message happen to me, actually. Some girl ended with me.
Seriously?
Yeah, that sucks.
That's pretty low.
That's low.
If I had to rub a hose right now, I would beat her. It's this side of Mississippi.
Is that from Ghostbusters?
No, it's from my favorite movie of all time.
Yeah, no, it's from Vacation, Christmas Vacation.
Christmas Vacation, yeah.
Hey, mine's pretty good, eh?
Yeah, you
got
are.
that. That's funny.
Can I have your number?
I'll dump you over text.
Text dump.
What about you? What about you, Mr. Retro Roadshow? Have you ever broken up with somebody on the phone?
He has.
There was one. There was this long distance one. And I guess we mutually ended it over the phone, I guess is how it kind of went down. We both kind of were like, look, we're just kidding ourselves with this shit. Like,
well, that's kind of an exception though, because it's long distance. I mean,
yeah.
And it was both of our ideas. We both, you can tell. I mean, you can tell when things are going south, and you take a look at your life, and if you ain't going to get over to where she's at pretty soon, pretty quick, she's going to start hanging out with somebody else, It's just the way things go. Physical contact is key.
Okay. Pete, have you ever broken up with somebody via text or over the phone?
Oh, I don't have texting, but if not picking up the phone counts, I'd say so. Back in my days where I was playing SOCOM for 12 hours a day, multiple times where this girl would try calling me.
Cold.
I would not pick up the phone. There were times where I would pick up and I'd be like, hey, I'm kind of in the middle of a clan match here, I gotta go.
That's hardcore, dude. Can you imagine being dumped by Pete Dorr because he's on a clan match on SOCOM? That's fucking awesome.
That is the answer of the show. That is amazing.
That is the epicest of all epic answers right there.
He just didn't pick up the phone because he was playing SOCOM. Take that, motherfuckers.
Seriously.
I was totally in SOCOM, I'm telling you. Those were dark days. Yes, they were.
Pete, I love the chat. Pete's a pimp. Pete, you fucking legend. He is a real man. He's SOCOM over Teenage Poon. Pete is a beast. I love these. They're great. That's so awesome.
Excellent.
That is my answer. I think you should always do it over. No, I was going to say over the phone. Always do it in person. Or if you really want to be sneaky, do it on text. Just do it in the middle of the night. Say, break up, be right back, see ya, bye-bye. And that's it. Call it a day. That's for love talk. And Gamester, isn't it time for your session? Your lovely sex session.
My little gaming piece there. I have one already picked out, guys.
Gamester 81. What piece of gaming trivia do you have this week, Gamester?
All right, so this is asked by on the forums, guys. Pete'sGameRoomForum.com. Please continue to post. And same with the Love Talk questions, and same with questions in general for our podcast. But this week we're going to go over this questions from Eric Olson, and he wants to know more about the Famicom disk drive. Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit more about the disk drive itself. Came out only in Japan in 1986. It was actually supported by Nintendo up until 2004. Did you guys know that? It's kind of interesting. It was a long-lived system.
Jeez.
I think basically what I mean by that, I think that basically they actually repaired them because one thing about them is they weren't very reliable. There was a band in the systems that would go out, and unfortunately the band was it was a patented band, like it only worked on that system, so it's kind of hard to fix even today. But Nintendo up until 2004 repaired them and sent them back, which is cool. But basically, if you guys don't know, it's a system that hooks up on the bottom of a Famicom system, and it runs either through AC adapter or you can actually use 6C batteries, which is kind of cool. And the reason they did that was because they figured you didn't have enough wall space for because you're plugging your TV, you're plugging in your Famicom. Like you wouldn't have any room to plug in your disk drive.
Yeah,
so
because in 1986, they didn't have power strips or anything. So
yeah, they didn't have any power. So it's kind of genius on Nintendo's thought. It was very thoughtful of Nintendo to do that. And the cool thing is on 6 batteries, C batteries, if you're playing it every day for long, like hours a day, it'll last you 5 months on 6 batteries. So that's quite a long time. But the discs would basically, they're 2-sided discs. They're almost, they're 2.8 inches by 3 inches wide. Okay. And they plug in their total like memory on them is about 112 kilobytes of memory. So not too much in today's standard, but back in the day, it was actually quite a bit. And you're asking yourself, why would Nintendo want to do this? Why they already had the cartridges? Why would they want to do this disc? There's a number of reasons. The most important one is it gave the gamers the opportunity to save games. Now, keep in mind, here in North America and in Europe, we had batteries in our cartridges, right? Like if you're playing Zelda, you could save your game. You could play Zelda and save it. Japan, the Famicom didn't have that. So it gave Nintendo the ability to save games fairly easy. So games like Zelda, even like Metroid, you could save, and so it was pretty cool. So that's definitely a bonus. There's 226 titles released. What?
Did you see that? Everybody's laughing in the chat room except that was funny.
All right.
Johnny's going crazy.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm going crazy.
Losing my
ghosts.
Losing my train of thought. Okay. So anyway, let me continue here, but there's 226 titles released for the Famicom disk system. The really cool thing is in Japan they have these kiosks, and where you could actually they had blank discs where you could purchase, and you could actually go in and go to this kiosk, plug the disc into the kiosk, and download a game, and then take it home, and then play it, bring it back, and download, like erase it and rewrite over it another game, which is interesting. The problem with that though is the games were much cheaper, and third-party developers didn't like that because they weren't making as much money on it. So a lot of games like Squaresoft, or back in the day in Final Fantasy, was initially supposed to be released on the Famicom disk system, and Square said, look, screw it, we're going to make it on the cartridge base because we're not going to make any money if we do it this way. Which is kind of interesting. There were a couple of variations of the system itself. Sharp actually was, they licensed out the product. They actually made the Sharp Twin Famicom, which is basically a Famicom and a or Famicom disk system in one, which is cool. It comes in black and comes in like a pink color, which is interesting. And it retailed for 15,000 yen, which is equivalent to about $180 US dollars. And that is Gaming Piece Theater for the Famicom disk system.
Thank you, Gamester81. I'm just getting drunk right now, but thank you for that bit of Gaming Piece Theater. Where's my brandy, you motherfuckers?
So what's going on in the chat? I missed all that. I was just talking.
Sorry.
It was all about Pete. Pete threw in some Snuggie action.
Yeah, he threw in a picture of, this is for everybody listening to the podcast later on. Gamester's talking there, and all of a sudden this picture of Rob Man wearing his Pac-Man Snuggie all of a sudden came on the screen. And Pete, do it again. Show everybody he's actually here.
You're gonna ruin the magic now.
The magic? You bring it back out. Snuggie. Oh, look, who's that handsome lad there? Who is that? That's Rob Man wearing a Snuggie. That's
Pac-Man.
That's funny. Son of a dick.
What the dick?
What the dick is that? Rob Man is a beast.
All right, guys. So should we move on to an audio question? And
yeah, let's do audio question. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hi guys, Dot Matrix Game here with an audio question for you. So with all this hype about the new handheld systems that are coming out soon, I wanted to ask a question about handhelds. So my favorite handheld system of all time is the Game Boy Pocket, because I was so impressed with how they could make such great games for that system, even with the very limited hardware that they had. So what is your favorite handheld system of all time? And what is your favorite game that appears on that system? Right. Thanks a lot for hearing my question, guys. It's a great podcast. Keep going with it. Keep doing what you're doing. Thanks a lot.
Oh, thanks. Good question.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good
Handheld.
question.
All this big hype over handhelds recently, so it's kind of a good
Yeah,
question.
we're just talking about. Yeah, it's very fitting.
What would you
Jason.
say, Jason, is your favorite handheld system?
I almost want to say without a doubt, but I'm going to not say that.
What?
Because there's so many good ones. So,
Oh, okay.
you know what I mean? And the 3DS isn't out yet. I mean, that could be,
No, this is what you played before.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to go with the Game Boy Advance SP.
Nice. That was a good one.
I love that system. I love the games for it. It's just a great console all the way around. We've talked about this before, and even in today's world, I mean, this is not supported anymore, you guys. The Game Boy Advance SP is like done. You can't buy them. You can't buy the games. You know what I'm saying? Until you find them used somewhere, and they still want an arm and a leg for the games. And I wish that would, drop down. John, we've talked about this. Bookman still wants fucking $15-$20 a game.
Yeah,
For just
ridiculous.
like we're not talking about Zelda here. It's just like whatever, right?
Yeah, whatever game.
$15
Man.
for
Garage
Hot
sales,
Wheels. I'm
dudes.
like, what the fuck? $15 for Hot Wheels. Anyway.
Yeah.
But I love that console. I love how small it is. It's portable. I think the LED backlit screen model looks the best, and I love it. That would be my pick.
Jason, do you have a micro?
I do. I have two of them.
Yeah, it's good.
Pardon?
I had two.
You do have a micro,
micros.
don't?
You got two micros.
You'd like to see them, wouldn't you? I know it.
I got two micros as well.
But what about you, John? What would be your handheld? Because you're like the handheld guru over there.
Gosh. It's tough because, like you said, there's a lot of great handhelds out there. But I'd have to go with the original Game Boy. Just more for nostalgic reasons for me, because that was like the first one I actually picked up. And I actually picked up the Lynx before I got the Game Boy. But the Game Boy was the one I really fell in love with. I mean, classic games like Tetris. You had the Pokemon games. You had Mario Land. I mean, just unbelievable. I remember this game called Motocross Maniac. Have you guys played that game? It was a lot like Excite Bike.
Yeah.
It played just like Excite Bike, but you could do like these loop-de-loops and stuff. It was awesome. So definitely for me, the Game Boy, the original Game Boy. Crow, how about you, buddy?
Does the R Zone count?
Sure.
You guys remember that thing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Weird ass thing you strap onto your head with the little screen that came down.
It's
Yeah.
definitely a handheld.
Yeah, I was going to say the Game Boy Advance SP just because of the backwards compatibility in the library of games. But if I were to go just on a more unique level, I would actually say the R Zone. And you could actually play Virtua Fighter on that game. And it was, I think I got it in like 6th grade or something like that. I wore it to school, wouldn't tell anybody what the hell it was. And I pretty much sealed up the freak status for myself with that move. But yeah, it was definitely a crazy, weird system.
We talked about that I know it hasn't aired yet, but as of recording this, but that was a Gaming Piece Theater last episode, R Zone.
The R Zone?
So-
Nice.
Yeah. It's pretty funny. But nice choice. Interesting choice.
I like weird stuff.
And now, was this question is it supposed to be based upon just design-wise or like library of games-wise?
Just like, what is your favorite handheld of all time, period? Could be based on anything.
Okay. If it's based on anything, I'll go with the DS then, simply because that is the handheld that I've played the most of, hands down. Like, the library of games on there is just unbeatable. Now, if it was design-wise, I'd probably go with the Game Boy Micro. I think we answered a question similar to this recently, but yeah, I just love the design of the Game Boy Micro. And if I had to pick a favorite game on the DS, I think was part of the question too. That's really hard. I just want to keep pimping. You know, they're not my favorite games, but if just off the top of my head here, I'd still have to say that the Dark Spire and the Etrian Odyssey series has been one of my surprise favorites on the DS, definitely, especially Dark Spire.
Nice. Yeah, we were talking about that last night, weren't
Yeah, I'm convincing Johnny to buy them.
we? Yeah. You're not really convincing me. I definitely want to get them anyways.
Yes.
If you find a copy of Dark Spire for cheaps, definitely pick it up. Send it. I'll PayPal you, no problem for all that.
Yes.
But,
yeah, because they were selling that game brand new in GameStops for $4.99 a couple of months after it came out, and now eBay you can't find it new for like under $40.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but I don't know. For my choice, I'd have to say the DS. Like I'm like Mr. Mr. Retrocalypse. I'll back him up by definitely saying the DS. That's my favorite handheld so far. Guaranteed right now. It's got so much stuff. What's going on? I'm missing the picture. What the hell is that? Wait, I'm looking at a video Pete just put up of some cat getting molested.
Oh my god!
I can't see the picture. Oh, there it is. What the hell is that?
The last one, the cat gets stuck in the window. I wanted to see that. Can we play the cat gets stuck in the window one?
Okay.
Oh god.
Oh my god.
Come on. I want to see this. I hope the cat gets killed. That'd be really fun.
Welcome to the new All Gen Pet Lovers podcast.
Here we go. Oh, look at that. Oh my god. That is awesome. Take that, you stupid cat.
I can't see it.
Owned. There's a picture of. Oh, I feel sorry for that cat now. Damn it.
I don't, man. I got 3 cats and they're always doing stupid shit like that.
Look at this one. God, somebody save the cat. Where's Superman? Where's Superman?
Look at them all. What the hell are we gonna do? Fuck!
That guy. Like nobody's saving the cat. They're all taking pictures of it. That is awesome. I love that. That is so fantastic. Oh, look at this young hero stepping in. The cat's gonna bite his own legs off to get in.
Oh, he's going up
Saved
there
by humanity.
That cat's gonna fuck him up.
Yeah, it's just gonna latch onto his face.
That was awesome. Maybe we should do that for the end of the podcast. Just watch some YouTube videos and we can all talk about it.
Yeah, we'll stop recording it. We'll do that, Mona.
I like that.
Oh, damn. Damn pussy.
Goddamn pussy. That was great. Thanks.
All
Thanks for
right.
that.
Well, we've got one more audio question. That's all we got.
Sure.
Okay.
Should we hit it?
Hit it, that stuff.
Didn't quit it.
Hey guys, Secret Game Room here. A question I'd just like to ask you is, what is your favourite generation of games and why? Personally, my favourite is the 5th generation. Thanks, keep the podcast going, and bye.
Indeed. Easy for me to answer. I'll just say 16-bit. I love that time. Me over. Mr. Crow, what would you pick?
Same thing, dude. The transition from Nintendo to Super Nintendo, the 8-bit to 16-bit, just the hype alone. The hype and, all the media we were bombarded with at the time. It's part of my brain now. That's it.
Yeah. That's a good one, yeah. What would you say, Gamester?
I would say the same thing. 4th generation, the 16-bit, unbelievable. Just that time. I'm sure you guys remember it too, but the battle between the Genesis and Super Nintendo was epic.
That was amazing.
Just the clash between. It's hard to explain it. I don't think that Sony and Microsoft were at that same, head to head, right? I can't compare the two.
The rivalry is not the same. It was more personal back then, right?
It was more personal back there. Nintendo, was like the advertisers say,
blast processing.
Blast. Because, the thing is, here's the thing. The Genesis was faster, right? But to me, the Super Nintendo had better graphics and better color, better sound, right? But they both had great games. So definitely 16-bit. Pete.
It's really tough between the 16-bit and, say, 32-bit, but yeah,
that was a good one too.
I'm going to try and be different. I'm going to say the 32-bit.
Nice.
Because growing up, I was solely with the Genesis, and I have great memories of going into the stores and, picking up my Genesis games. But once we moved into 32 and more of the competitors started coming out, like, hell, not a lot of people can remember being excited going into stores picking up, Jaguar was 64-bit, but hell, I'll just say it was in the 32-bit generation anyway, but the 32X, and I don't know, it was just really exciting having all those competitors. 16-bit was mainly just Nintendo and Sega, but once we moved up to 32, we started getting more different competitors in, and it was just exciting at the time. Reading through my game magazines, and you're seeing at the time when the Nintendo 64 was rumored coming out as the Ultra 64, and just even leading up to what was coming in the next generation. I don't know, it was just an exciting time.
Agreed.
And Jason is the only one left to answer.
It's so hard to answer. I can't even believe I have to answer this. It's really tough for me because I agree with all of you guys. I mean, the 16-bit era was. I mean, I was a kid then. I mean, I'm influenced by that era. You know what I mean? The 8-bit, then 16, then we got into PS1, and then. Man, and then I was playing a whole crap load of games on the 64, and just the hype for that. Do you guys remember the hype for that system, Nintendo 64?
Oh yeah.
And just like it was like the pinnacle of look at the numbers, people. 64 is the best. I'm not saying like that was the mentality back then.
I know.
Yeah.
And I remember the hype. And I remember launch day of the Nintendo 64. I skipped school. We all skipped school. My parents freaking drove me down there to get the console at Toys R Us. I mean, it was like an event.
It was a major event.
I'm gonna have to say that for me, it's I'm gonna go with it. The Nintendo 64. that generation of consoles.
Hey, Jason, can't forget about Do the Math, the Jaguar.
Oh,
came out
my
before.
God.
Remember those ads?
We were just talking about blast marketing. That's it. That right there would have to be the pinnacle of it. I mean, there we go. There's Jason.
Yeah. Nintendo 64. Good one.
So funny.
I've got a video of myself somewhere getting a Super Nintendo it's pretty much like that. My mom, she played the dumb mom card and she gave me Mario Paint, but no Super Nintendo. And just she kind of played the ignorant mom saying like, oh, I thought you could play this on your Nintendo. So I'm like crying on Christmas. And she walks out with a Super Nintendo and they got it on film. It's pretty epic.
Dude, you know what? Parents did that shit though. They did that. My parents did that too, man. Like I would get like a game, right? I get a game, but I had no fucking console. And I'm like, oh, this is way.
You think, oh my God, my mom is so dumb. Oh my God. And then, yeah.
They fucking roll out the balls of steel. You know what I mean? Balls of steel.
Well, wait a second. Seriously, sorry. You guys got games and you didn't get the system for it?
Well, for like birthdays or Christmases or something, like they would play a little joke. Like they'd get me like a console and a game.
Oh.
But they'd give me the game first. And then I'm like, wait a minute, why'd you give me this game? I don't have the system. And then like, here's the big one.
Yep.
Hey, Johnny, Rob Man's in the chat room. He wants to know why you locked him out on the N64 day. What's the deal with that?
Well, he got exactly what he deserved. And Rob Man can't speak back right now. It's too funny. And
Rob Man's probably playing on your 64 right now.
Another podcast. It was just too funny. Poor Rob.
I love when
he was raping my parents' house when I came home. Yeah, what a bastard. I like being that bastard. It was fun.
I gotta say something real quick here. And I know a couple of people have said it in the chat too. I love when you guys have him on. I mean, I know he's got things to do and stuff like that, but Rob, man, I know you're listening. You definitely have the personality for this as well, man. I love, listening to you on this podcast. I definitely echo that. It's always a treat when he's on. You guys have all very great chemistry together for sure.
There you go, Arcarum. There's your answer. So we all agree with that too. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Rob Man likes being on here. We like having Rob Man on here for sure.
We'll have him on for sure. Yeah, definitely.
And I still enjoyed locking him out on N64 Day. I'll always own that. I will always have Rob Man's heart crushed. Hey, I made him like it more when he got it. Isn't that right, Rob? Do you appreciate it a lot more when you got it? Remember that? Look at that, the zoom in. That's exactly how it was. Exactly how it was. Oh, it's just like it was yesterday. I'm getting out. What do you mean bullshit? Bullshit you? Here we go. This is good. He's trying to get a zoom in there. Yes, it does. Rob Man stands for Robert Manuel. That is correct. Somebody just wrote that. Robert Manuel. Cool. P and his faulty technology, I'm telling you. Yeah, and then I love this Tom Hanks saying, Rob Man, why would you lend him your Dreamcast after that? Rob Man is a better friend than me. How about that? That's funny. Upstairs into your soul. And that's good.
All right, well, that's all the audio questions we got on this end here.
I should have.
Hey, I got a question for you guys.
Sure.
All right. If you could pick any car from any movie, be it your favorite movie or anything like that, what would be your dream car? I personally, I would take a DeLorean. Definitely.
That's a good one. Car from a movie or anything or game?
You know what? Anything, any movie, game, your favorite fantasy car.
Easy. It's got to be Blade Runner. I'd want one of those spinner cars from Blade Runner.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Awesome. Fucking love that. I thought we'd have flying cars by now. I'm very disappointed.
Yeah. It's 2011. No hoverboard. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, what the hell's the deal with that?
I know. We're almost, 4 years away? 4 years away from 2015 when that movie took place.
Mattel better get cracking.
Knight Rider? I don't know. I'll probably
Knight
go with
Rider? You want to be David Hasselhoff? The Greenster Hasselhoff?
No, I'll probably do the DeLorean too, man. My friend in high school had DeLorean. He had the white DeLorean. So like the limited edition. He would, it was his dad's, and he would never take out driving because it's so expensive to insure. You can imagine it's like tinfoil, but the door is just open. I mean, it's so cool looking. The DeLorean is just epic. Yeah, DeLorean's a good choice.
That's funny. Jason, anybody? What else? I like the car. Yeah.
I don't know. I'd probably take like a Bugatti Veyron or something.
Pete's having too much fun with this.
I know. Look at this.
This is the reason why I wanted to do the live stream, just so he could fuck with the shit all the time.
I know. You know, it's always while we're talking that he fucks with shit, and then when he's talking, he doesn't do it. You notice that?
Yeah. Well, I got something for him next when he goes.
I'm good at multitasking, but I'm not that good. I can't talk and do that at the same time.
Rob, man, watching snap. Was that?
What was the original question?
I don't remember. Oh no, sorry. It was. What car would you drive if you could drive any car from a movie or from a game?
And I said mine. Did you guys hear mine? Bugatti Veyron.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell is that?
I don't even know what that is.
We don't know what the hell that is.
No big deal.
Yeah.
Pete?
Maybe Sonic's car from Sonic Riders or something?
I don't know. I'd probably say one of those cool bikes from the Extreme G games.
I think you said a car, not a bike. Isn't that right, Crow? You said a car, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you can't. Pete?
People.
Oh, exact.
That's Mr.
Oh my God. Somebody said Megazord. That's. I didn't even think of that.
Twisted Metal. Yeah, Twisted Metal will be cool. And like something from there.
I don't know.
So, hey, Crow. Pete, are you done answering or what? What's the deal?
What?
I don't really have a definitive answer for that one.
You stumped Pete Dorr.
Yes.
He stumped.
Easy.
So, Crow, I want to hear your Dr. Claw impersonation. You mentioned it before the podcast. So you have a really killer Dr. Claw.
Oh, yeah. I forgot all about that.
Well, we have to mention where Dr. Claw is from. Crow, please tell us. I know, but...
Well, Dr. Claw, if you don't know, Dr. Claw is the main enemy from the Inspector Gadget series. Go Gadget Copter, Go Gadget Legs, and stuff like that. Some of you guys might remember it, and some of you might not. And he was always, at the end of the episode, Gadget would defeat him in some way, and he'd be sitting there with his cat, and he'd go something like, I'll get you next time, Gadget.
Next time.
That's good.
That was my own little impersonation of the end.
I'll get you next time, Gadget. Next time.
Nice.
Oh. Yeah, okay. I'll get you. I can't do it.
It hurts.
Oh, yeah. I don't think I could do that like I used to. I used to do his impersonation all the time as well. That's funny. I didn't think that you would have watched that show. I would have thought that show would have been I don't know. Like that's an old show now, Inspector Gadget.
No, it started in 83 through 86, but there's reruns. Yeah.
Yeah, I think I started watching it like, I don't know. I was born in 83, so
that's what I'm
I probably started.
Oh.
Probably started watching it around like 86. I probably caught the reruns in all honesty. I don't know what the hell I was watching it on back then, but it's still it's a good show.
Yeah. Penny, I had a crush on Penny. Penny was kind of hot back in the day, actually.
Yeah.
I thought you would be more into the dog gamester, strangely enough.
Oh, yeah. Brain, yeah, he was.
Brain.
Yeah, he was.
You didn't
he was
like it because he had a brain, maybe. Yeah.
He's part of my dog pound, you know? That's how we roll.
The dog pound.
Dog pound in action.
Then he'd always get those messages from the chief, and then blow up 30 seconds later.
I'm on it, Chief.
I'm on it.
Yep.
I'm on it.
Go Gadget Arms.
Go Gadget. Yeah, really. I could really go on with that one.
See, that would never work in real life. If you were Inspector Gadget and you were getting mugged, you'd be go Gadget, and you'd be dead.
Oh, geez, I could really do some more impersonations, but I'll stop on that.
Do another one. What else do you know?
Well, me?
Yeah, you.
No, not me. I don't know anything else. I don't know anything else.
I thought you said
No, I could. I was going to do something really X-rated with Inspector Gadget, but I won't because there's children listening. So we can't.
I got a good Shaggy from Scooby Doo.
Oh, do it.
Go ahead.
Okay.
Like, Scoob, I think there's a ghost over there. A ghost? Zoinks! Like, would you go in there for a Scooby snack, bud?
Nice. That was good. I like the Scooby too, man. The Scooby was good.
Go, Gadget Dick. Sorry, somebody put that in the chat.
You know who did the voice? You know who did the voice of Shaggy, though, in the original cartoon?
Shaggy did.
Casey Kasem, wasn't it?
Casey Kasem. The Casey.
Yeah. What?
Yep. Yeah.
I'm Casey Kasem.
Yeah, I'm Casey Kasem.
I didn't know that. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucking crazy.
Good times.
Crazy. Okay, here's a question for any real old schooler in the chat. And I was talking to Gamester about this the other day, and about an old 80s cartoon. And nobody remembers this cartoon except for seems to be me.
It's a Canadian thing, dude.
It's not a Canadian thing. It was made in it was made in America, animated in Japan, and it was called Pole Position. Do any of you guys remember that?
Yeah.
No, you said yeah, but you knew the game, never seen the animation.
Yeah.
Do any of you guys remember that? Yeah, a couple people do. No, not Reku. It's not Beast Wars, and Beast Wars wasn't that awesome. Beast Wars was epic. No, it wasn't. Absolutely Pole Position. Yay. I don't remember it. Fuck you back. That's funny. I insulted Beast Wars. That's funny. Yeah, no, it's funny. Yeah. Oh, there, Rob remembers it. Part of this the Saturday Supercade. That's awesome.
Wait.
I remember the Pac-Man cartoon. Do you guys remember the Pac-Man Land? Pac-Man?
Yeah. I remember that.
Why does Supercade ring? Oh, I'm thinking of Space Cade. You guys ever watch that show?
Which one?
Space Cade, I think is what it's called, or
Space Cade? Or Space Caves?
Space Cade, Astrocade, or something like that. Let me see if I can find it. It was like the first video game show where they would put kids on arcade machines and pit them up in tournaments against each other.
I remember that game. Yeah, I remember that show. And you can't forget about Captain N.
Put down. Does that ring a bell?
Starcade. Yeah, that's what it was. Starcade. Oh. Thank you.
Yeah, N8 great 321. Thank you. Fraggle Rock.
Captain Planet. Yeah, Captain Planet was great.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's our hero.
Captain
Galaxy Rangers. Any of you guys remember Galaxy Rangers? Oh God, 87. It came out.
I remember Galaxy Raiders.
Galaxy. Oh man, I'm getting old. Oh my God.
Gargoyles. That's part of the Disney afternoon later on. Gargoyles. Yeah.
Saber Ride.
Darkwing Duck.
Samurai Pizza Cats for the win. Samurai Pizza Cats, guys. Come on.
You mentioned the freaking Disney stuff. Tailspin, Darkwing Duck, Chippendales Rescue Rangers. I mean, the list goes on, man. I watched all that right after junior high. Come home. Fucking put that on TV. I was there every day for like 2 hours just watching like 4 or 5 episodes, Good.
Yeah, later on they had Bonkers and they had Gargoyles is one of them later on. Yeah. But yeah, that was great. Disney Afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
Remember Gummy Bears?
Oh man, I watch at least one Gummy Bears episode a week. Like,
yeah,
that's really funny you bring that up. And my wife thinks I'm insane whenever I do it. She's like, "Are you seriously watching that damn show again?"
That's funny.
Hey, speaking of shows, actually, this is interesting. We're talking about this. I went to Goodwill a couple days ago, just doing my, my Goodwill runs, and I found over in the VHS section, they had Ren and Stimpy on VHS season 1, 2, and 3.
Wow.
And they had Ren and Stimpy factory sealed Christmas special.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So I bought all of them. They were like $1.99 a piece or something. And man, I gotta bust out the VCR. I gotta find it.
I have a couple VCRs if you want to borrow one if you can't find it.
All right, cool. Yeah, I know my dad's got a couple stashed somewhere.
That's classic, dude. Ren and Stimpy was great. It reminds me of a story I found. I was at summer camp, and underneath my bunk bed, someone left a Ren and Stimpy Game Boy game I grabbed from before. So that was
Score.
Cool. I was like, score, Ren and Stimpy.
Those game can be worth a little bit of money, man.
Yeah. Good stuff. Beavis and Butthead. Remember Beavis and Butthead? Classic.
Cool. Yo, Beavis and Butthead. Remember that? That used to be on so much. I used to get so sick and tired of seeing it. It was on all the time. I'm like, not Beavis and Butthead again.
There was a time when you turned on MTV and that was all that was on there.
Yeah, exactly.
There was a period where it was just that.
I remember back in the day when MTV actually played music videos and music. Imagine that.
Nuh-uh.
Yeah, totally.
No.
Who would have thought?
Other good 80s cartoons. There's so many. Oh. Come on, Splatter Trigger. Splatter Trigger, what was one of your favorite 80s cartoons? Come on. I want to hear what Splatter Triggers is. And don't say Beast Wars. He-Man. Yeah, good choice. Yeah. He-Man was a staple for us all back
Definitely,
then.
yeah. How about G.I. Joe? Oh, my God.
Mask. Mask had some really cool toys. I remember
Mask was awesome.
Yeah.
Thundercats was great. Transformers,
I found actually, probably about a month ago, I found it's still sealed on the card, Thundercats action figure for, I think it was $3 at a Goodwill.
Nice.
Yeah.
And I don't know what the hell I'm going to do with it, but
just have sex with it. That's all you do with that.
That's basically what we all do when we find stuff like that.
It's funny. One of my guilty things that I used to watch in 87, and it was so funny. It's a show that I watched, a cartoon that I watched, but I could never talk to anybody that I watched it. I watched Gem. Remember that Gem and the Holograms?
Gem and the Hologram, dude. Yeah, totally.
Yeah,
that was a girl show, though, wasn't it?
It kind of was, but there's nothing after G.I. Joe, and Gem came straight afterwards, so I watched it. And I'd be saying, but I felt like I had this terrible secret that I watched Gem. It was so funny.
That is hilarious.
You didn't tell anybody, you didn't tell any guy that you watched Gem. And I remember eventually I talked to this one guy, and he's like, yeah, don't tell anybody, but I actually watched Gem. I'm like, me too. It's so funny. There's nothing wrong with watching Gem, really.
No, I mean, we're all young, it's like no one's judging, but
yay, there you go.
What?
Oh my God. That's fucking hilarious. Oh my God.
I would do her. I totally would do her.
Yeah, Gem was pretty hot. But P wants to sneak something else. He's got something ready to go.
No, I'm just clearing windows here.
Okay. I remember Gem. I had wet dreams about her.
It's hilarious.
Good stuff.
That's awesome. Yeah, that's funny with Gem and all that stuff back then. That was fun.
She's like Tina Turner kind of. She was like Tina Turner a little bit with the hairdo.
Oh, so 80s, right?
Yeah.
So 1987. Oh, and do you remember watching that, John? Yeah.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. I remember Sunday morning cartoons on USA. They had this USA Train Network where they would have Gem and the Holograms. They had Snorks. They had
Snorks. I remember Snorks.
Yeah. They had, what were the ones with like the animals that they wore T-shirts and they turned to certain powers? There was like a gorilla and there was like a panda bear. Do you guys know what I'm talking about?
Which was this?
Oh, I forget. There's these like zoo animals that would wear T-shirts. And it was a cartoon, but wait, Shirt Tails. Yes, that's what it was. Shirt Tails. Thank you. Someone nice. Shirt Tails. You guys remember that?
No, I kind of no. I
Hey,
really,
Pete, Google shirt tails and pull up a picture of shirt tails if you can.
shirt tails, eh? So,
Yeah.
huh?
That was a great one. Remember Zoobly Zoo?
Alert? What?
Or is that wait?
Is that?
Little, huh?
Is this it?
It wasn't.
Oh my God! Is this shirt tails you're talking about?
I can't see the picture. It's not popping up in my window. It's not.
Well, that's your problem. It's popping up in mine. No problem. Come on, it's right here.
Oh, this
Yeah, that's
looks
it, that's it.
familiar.
That's it. Play it. Is there? Yeah, play it. That's it.
Yeah, he's playing it.
Yeah.
I don't. Hey Rob, do you remember this shirt tails? Are you saying yeah you do? I kind of. Oh, how about the Littles? Do you remember that one, John?
Yeah.
We are the Littles. Oh yeah, there's one. That's a good one. Hell yeah.
Like that.
What about Mad Balls? Do you guys remember that?
Oh, John loves Mad Balls. He was always talking about that.
Yeah, the toys are cool too.
Yeah.
I saw a whole bunch of in the box Mad Balls toys probably about 3 months ago, and I didn't grab them because it's like one of those things of what the hell am I going to do with this? And
Right.
but yeah, just all of them in the box, and I saw them. I'm like, oh man! And then reality kind of sits in, and you realize that you have so much space, and yeah.
Right. Yeah. Mad Balls rocked. Those are cool.
And the show and the toys were good too.
Fraggle Rock. Someone mentioned Fraggle Rock. That was a good show too.
Fraggle Rock is classic. Down in Fraggle Rock. Oh, that's classic stuff.
I was afraid of those the giant monsters or whatever that were outside in the garden. That part always freaked me out.
Yeah.
You'd come bumbling out of the house, and I'd be like, "Turn it off!"
I remember that.
Yeah. I'm surprised Pete hasn't mentioned the Sonic cartoon. Or how about the Mario and Mario Super Special?
Well,
show,
Sonic
whatever.
Sonic was 90s.
That's true.
Oh, well,
But yes,
fuck
I
you,
love-
Luigi. Fuck you.
Camp Candy.
Luigi?
Remember Camp Candy? I totally remember Camp Candy.
Wasn't that a porno movie?
Maybe. I don't know. But was John Candy it was John Candy's cartoon where they went to Camp Candy? You don't remember
Oh
that
my
show?
God, I remember that, John. That's so funny.
Yeah.
Holy shit, that's taking me back.
Super Mario Brothers Super Show. That's what it was. Yeah, that was a good one too.
Yeah, they have that on DVD now.
Dude, I was at like one of those little kiosks of those DVDs, the red boxes, and they had that on the red box. It's pretty funny.
You can get it on Netflix too if you do streaming video on your Wii or something.
Fuck you, Ed. Get over here.
What?
Pete's going
You guys can
crazy.
hear that?
What?
No?
No, sorry, you guys can hear it, but the chat room.
Oh.
I misspelled. I put a G in front of Facebook by mistake, and freaking some spam Facebook page came up.
Oh.
Okay, I got another one to mention. John, Jason, any of you guys remember dinosaurs? Dinosaurs, they were called.
Yes.
You remember that?
Oh my God, dude. Yes.
I don't.
It had the most awesomest, catchiest theme song ever. There's one to pull up, Pete. Dinosaurs. There we go. Put that one in. Yeah, it's so funny. It's a bunch of kids on Earth, and all of a sudden these dinosaurs come down, like that are aliens, and they're wearing like all this armor, and they have laser guns, and they like team up with these kids and fight the other evil dinosaurs. It's like you gotta love 80s cartoons. They were so funny. Oh,
Yeah.
Mighty Orbots. Yes, absolutely. Prime Scorpius. Mighty Orbots was awesome. That also had another really good catchy theme song. That was amazing.
Remember Denver the Last Dinosaur? Denver the Last Dinosaur.
Yeah, I
Remember
remember that.
Yeah.
What the hell? Who's that good-looking guy? Hey, that looks like some Mad Balls going on there. That doesn't look like the dinosaurs to me. What's going on with this? Pete, I'm getting terribly angry and
Is it
offended.
DINO or DYNO?
DINO.
Didn't they ride around on like those little saucers as well, like kind of like a surfboard or something like that, like an air surfboard?
No, it was this dinosaur who lived in modern times. Like, I don't know. It was hard to explain, but
No, you know what I think of? No, that's not what. Somebody just put up Silverhawks. You guys remember that one?
Oh, Silverhawks is classic too. Like, look at this. You got to see this. This is so funny. This UFO just lands, and these dinosaurs come out and go, "Hey, kids, how you doing? Want to work with us?"
So, hey guys, I'm going to play you a song real quick from the 80s. It's a TV show, and I want you guys to guess what TV show it is. You guys ready for this?
Okay.
Okay, I'm going to have to unplug my headset here.
Oh, Wonder Years. I got
Wonder Years. Yeah.
I love that show, man. Classic.
I love it. It's funny. I was thinking about that show the other day. Yeah, so classic.
They don't have it on DVD. It pissed me off. It's not available on DVD.
I know. I don't know what's going on. I would actually buy that. I really enjoyed watching it as a kid. It was good. And hey, didn't he finally bang Winnie Cooper in the end?
I don't know.
Remember the episode?
I remember I had a huge crush on her though back in the day.
Oh, everybody had a crush on her, and then I realized one day I'm like, I don't really like Winnie Cooper. She doesn't really look that good anymore. I think when she started getting older. That's a joke, by the way. But no, I don't remember the final episode. He's like with her, and all these fireworks start going off, and I'm like, are they having sex? That's
okay,
good.
I'm gonna play here's another video, another show. See if you guys can guess it. Okay, you ready?
All right.
Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
The real Ghostbusters?
The real Ghostbusters, yeah. That was a little easy.
How about a little harder one? Who wrote that song? Yeah, what now? Who wrote that song? No looking up in Google. Uh-oh. Why did everything just stop? Oh, Justin TV crashed. Dude, are you there?
I'm here.
Wow, what the hell happened? Everything crashed.
Yeah, I don't know.
Hold on. Let's get the rest of these guys in here.
He's playing the cat video.
Good show, boys.
Yeah.
Good show indeed.
What happened?
I don't know. Everything just went down on my end.
I know, I noticed.
I'm just watching a cat play the piano.
I know, of all things. Like, Pete's got something going on with cats.
Does he even know that it dropped the call?
Yeah, he must know.
Jeez. It'd be funny if he just sat there for the next 20 minutes putting up cat videos.
Yeah, call group. Pete. The host is using the older version of Skype.
What the hell? Hold on, let me try this again.
Yo.
That
was weird.
Couldn't tell.
Yo. Oh, look what's going on. Pete Doerr's amazing. Hey, Pete, one day you're going to phone me up and I'm not going to pick it up. I'm just going to be listening to SoCal all the time. I'll blame me as well. It's all my fault. Actually, it was Jason's fault. Hey, we got another question from Mr. Technosqueak.
Hey, we were talking about Ghostbusters. That's when it cut out. You played the song Ghostbusters theme.
Yeah.
Well,
here's another one, guys. Here's another one.
Who wrote the song? That's my question. Who wrote that song? The Ghostbusters theme.
It was Peter. Ghostbusters.
He got sued by what's the group? Because the background music was very similar to. I'm drawing a blank.
Nate Great got it there. Oh, a couple others got
Huey
it.
Lewis. Yeah, Ray Parker Jr. Yeah, Huey Lewis sued him because the background music's a lot like rock and roll in Cleveland or whatever.
Whatever.
Hey, okay, guys, name this TV show. It's not a cartoon, but it's in the 80s, okay? See if you can get this. Get this.
Okay. I know what it is. Should I say? Mr. Belvedere.
What's that?
Mr. Belvedere.
Yes.
I knew it in the first 2 seconds.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I lived in the 80s. Trust me. That's all I did was watch TV every day.
I know you did.
John, do you feel that way as well when you look back at growing up in the 80s? Like, I really feel that I spent so much time watching fucking television.
Yeah. So I did was play toys and play the NES and watch TV.
Watch TV.
Yeah.
I know. Just too funny. See you, Sergeant Mikey 101.
Perfect Strangers, Falconport Tartamus.
Perfect Strangers was a good one, yeah.
Just let you guys
another
know,
show.
I'm not even editing this podcast. I'm just letting it go. It's gonna be. I'm just letting it go. Fuck it.
Yeah.
That is hilarious. This will be our longest podcast, I think, to date, huh?
I just found a great video here. It's a compilation of '90s cartoons opening theme songs. So I'm gonna let.
I love this.
Ready? Here we go.
Play it, yeah.
Oh, and High Speed Dirt. Yeah, we're gonna do more arcade stories. That's gonna come. Me and Rob Man have some things planned. Isn't that right, Robert Man?
Oh, that's right. You guys can't hear it.
No.
Good one.
Stream in order to hear it.
Amazing.
Bobby's World? Yeah, Bobby's World was good. Yeah, we can't see it or hear it.
Yeah. Peter Doe for the win.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm playing SOCOM. I wasn't listening.
Oh, shit. Do you remember this one? Hold on.
No, that one, yeah.
What?
No, hold on. I got to load it first. Hold on. Bear with me.
What the fuck is going on here?
Continue talking.
Okay, we are talking. Thank you. We are talking.
Well, keep in mind, I'm in a freaking hotel. Internet sucks.
Don't tell me what to do. 500
windows going on right now. The chat going on. Okay, here it is. Ready? All right.
Okay.
Lag. Hold on. Bear with me.
I'm bearing with you.
Oh man.
Oh my god, what is that?
Do you remember that show?
Hey dude, yeah, Nickelodeon.
Yeah. What's her name's got it's what's his name's wife? Ben Stiller's wife's in that movie. It's funny. Or in that show.
Is it Tiffany? Oh, what the hell?
Hey dude.
I don't remember. Did you ever watch Salute Your Shorts?
I do remember Salute Your Shorts, yes, absolutely.
Man, I got a funny story about that. I dated a girl who was actually the guy who played Donkey Lips on that show. His name is Michael Bauer.
Yeah.
And the only reason I know that is because this girl that I dated was actually part of the Michael Bauer fan club. And she had signed pictures and all sorts of crazy. She was just mental about this guy. And needless to say, we didn't date for too long after I figured that out. But
wow.
Hey, this one's for Splatter Trigger. I heard that. And that was Bart. Was it Bart? Barf. Barf burgers from. You can't do that on television.
Oh, can't do that on television.
Yeah.
Yeah, I heard that.
Alanis Morissette was in that initially.
yeah.
We ain't got any music though, Pete.
When they would say like, I don't know, and you get slimed on there and stuff.
Yeah. You slime me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, Pete's making us watch Sonic porn.
Oh yeah, Sonic. I can't hear it though.
Can't hear
Like,
it. Goddamn thing, Pete.
I can't have any sound on my end, or else it will feed back.
It's okay. I remember that show.
Hey, you know, something I just thought of since we're on like the whole music kick kind of thing is, and I was telling Pete about this last week sometime, is I actually, a very little known fact about me is I actually write music for video games. It's not something that I do a ton of. I haven't gotten my foot like wedged in the door of the industry, but I do, you know, I've got some independent games out there that like my friends have made. And then I also but about a year ago, got some music in a Wii title. And it's a Triple Crown Championship snowboarding. And it uses the Wii Fit, the balance board or whatever, so you can, you know, go down the mountain on a snowboard and stuff like that. And there's like a MP3 player function in there, kind of like Grand Theft Auto, where you change the radio. And a band that I was in for a number of years, we got some tunes in there. So that's
Can you play it? Can you play a sample? Do you have one handy or not?
Oh God, I would have to do it through like the microphone here. Let me see if I can drug something up. If people want to listen to it, the band is called Niobium. It's Niobium, and we're on iTunes and all sorts of stuff like that. Like, you can find us on iTunes, Facebook, MySpace.
Very cool, man. That's awesome.
Yeah. Let's see if I can't find something. It'd be through the microphone here, so I'll see if I can drudge something up real quick.
And then while you're doing that, Crow, let me play another classic song here. This is Frank Joe. All right, here you go. Ready?
All right.
Remember that show?
Was that your? I don't know. Was that like the theme for a porn movie?
You don't remember that show? Come on, Alf. We had Raw Man knows it.
No, I know Alf.
Oh yeah,
that song is very unmemorable to me.
Alf?
I had a substitute teacher who was on Alf, and I thought it was the coolest thing. My seventh grade
that's
geometry.
hilarious.
Yeah.
That's so funny. You were on Alf? No way. You know?
Yeah, it was epic.
That is hilarious. Were you starstruck?
Oh yeah, totally.
I knew somebody who was on Alf. That's good.
Let's see.
You got something to play then?
Dude, I got a funny story. I got a funny story for you guys. You want to hear a funny story?
No.
Yeah, go for it. I'm still pulling this up.
One time I was traveling for work. I was in Chicago, and I was staying at a Holiday Inn, and the elevator opened up, and guess who fucking walks in? It's Alfonso Rivero. Do you know who he is?
Yeah,
the guy from Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Carlton Banks.
Yeah.
Fucking
Oh man, I watch his game show all the time, Catch 21, until freaking I.O. Do any of you watch the Game Show Network? Okay, no. I guess I'm...
Yeah, I do every once in a while.
Yeah, so he has his own game show, Catch 21 with the cards, but they took it off of freaking Cablevision and put it on a sports package that you got to pay $7.99 a month to get. Ridiculous. So I'm upset about it.
Yeah.
I miss my Alfonso.
Alfonso, he's a good guy. I started talking to him for a while. I'm like, what are you doing here? He's like, I'm here for a celebrity golf tournament. But it was really, I'm like, wow, that's cool. He had gained some weight since his
hey, Gamester, at least he didn't Will Wheaton you.
Didn't get weaned.
Yeah.
Wheaton.
Hey, is Will Wheaton going to be at PAX?
I think so. Maybe. I don't know. Oh, speaking of PAX, guys, I'm going to be there. And I know Pete's going to be there. But I made an announcement on my YouTube channel. But in case you guys didn't see that, I'm going to be there on Saturday. What day is that? My calendar here. The 12th at 3 o'clock Eastern time out in front of the Boston Convention Center. So if you guys want to meet up, love to. Let's do it. Hit it up.
Well, hey, that's a question. I got to ask you, I was asking Pete too, and I'll put it to Splatter Trigger and anybody else who's just going to be in Boston. Are all you guys going to be there? Yeah, okay, good. Splatter Trigger says he's going to be there.
Yeah,
Pete, you be there?
Yeah, I'll be there.
I'll be there. I won't be alive.
I'll be there. I'll be square. No, yeah, it's gonna be a good time. I'm really excited to meet the fellow YouTuber community, and it'll be a good time. I know Johnny, you and I had a good time in Seattle in September. Which you're gonna hit up PAX Prime in September, Johnny?
Oh yeah, for sure. And who else is coming too?
We gotta get Jason up there, man, and Pete. We gotta get all
Jason,
four
you're coming, right?
Yeah, PAX Prime. I'll be there.
Okay, good. We're doing it. Awesome.
Yep.
That'll be epic.
Pete, save up.
Pete, come on out.
Yeah, right.
Come on.
You come to PAX East, and I'll come to PAX.
Oh, that's not very sporting of you.
Come on, Pete. We all got to be out there. Let's go.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll see how it all turns out. And who else is going on to PAX Prime? So yeah, I guess Spider 1A is going to make it out as well. Oh, hey, there you go. Sorry. Steph to Dash, Jump Donkey, TV and Lost. Yeah, that's gonna be a good one. I'm really jealous I can't make it out to that, to be honest with you. But yeah, I did the math. It's too expensive. Way too expensive.
I got my tickets in the mail today. My wife texted me. She's like, they came. So I'm like, sweet. So I'll be there. First time in Boston. I'm excited.
That's gonna be epic.
Some guy says they should have one in Tampa and call it Tampax.
Awesome.
That's good, man. That's J Dub 1 2 3 4 5 6. Good, nice one, man.
Yeah, and come back, kid. I think all these guys are gonna have major videos on this stuff. Major. I think there's gonna be like 10 videos by 10 different people on that alone.
Yeah,
and the live stream by PAX too. Yeah,
I know. Spire Trigger's gonna do the same thing, but I gotta stream it through my phone. Part of it anyway. So through my Android. So if you guys are curious, go to my Justin TV, just know like TV account, and I'll be there.
Yeah, PeteCon. Yeah, I'd love to go to PeteCon.
PeteCon,
hey, everybody.
PeteCon.
That'd be awesome.
Nice.
DoorCon. That'd be awesome. DoorCon.
DoorCon?
Yeah,
DoorCon.
DoorCon.
Yeah.
DoorCon. That'd be it.
Happy Console Gamer. There you go.
Condor.
Condor.
That's funny. Oh my god. Hard on for dorks. That's good. But yeah, you guys are gonna have a blast down there. It's gonna. Did you know the problem is, John? Didn't you find this? I always find this at PAX. Well, the time that I went to PAX, there's just not enough time to do everything.
No,
you know
dude. The first day. Okay, first of all, Johnny, you were like way crazy the first day because you were like running around.
You get PAX crazy.
Holy
I know
shit,
he's gonna go nuts when he gets there.
You were information overload. I'm like, Johnny, just chill out. You got 3 days, man. Just chill out because I'm trying to stick by you, like trying to, And I looked at him, all right, and you're gone. I'm like,
there's just from my point of view too, is that I had the camera with me, and I'm like, I need to get everything on film. I need to work this room, and then I can relax. And it was so overwhelming. Pete's gonna die. I don't think Pete's gonna. This is gonna be it for Pete. After this is gonna be, the closing everything down. He's gonna be dead. He's not gonna make it through this convention. That's my prediction. I couldn't believe how big PAX was. I kind of thought it was gonna be like a cool convention, some dealers' rooms and stuff. I had no idea it'd be like a mini E3, or I wouldn't even call it. What would you say, Games, to compare to E3? Is like it's pretty good, eh?
I've never been to E3 before. So
I thought you had. Sorry, I've never been.
No, but. No, it was good, and the after party at Game Deal's after party was pretty epic too. Freaking,
that was good times. Like we can actually talk a little bit more about that. Like just all the people that were there. That was so much fun. Just the awesome video game guys. Like we can actually say now that we got those guys royally drunk.
Yeah. Kind of funny side story. We ran out of beer. We got a whole bunch of beer, and we put it in Johnny's bathtub on ice. Okay. And we went through that shit really quick. And at like some point, like I think it was like maybe 12:30 at night or 1:30 o'clock in the morning, we had ran out of beer. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to make a beer run. So here I am freaking drunk on my ass, walking downstairs, and then downtown Seattle, nothing's open. The liquor stores are closed. I end up stumbling to like a freaking local brewery.
I remember that.
Has like canned beers. I picked up like 3 12-packs and brought them back, but I seriously literally walked like 2 miles to freaking find the shit. But coming back, it was pretty epic. Everyone's like, yeah, it's pretty awesome.
Oh, geez. I telling you, I felt so not so good the next day. I got to be honest. Like alcohol the next day really kind of kills me. And I woke up and I'm like, oh, geez.
I would have, but dude, I was eating so many of the freaking ketchup potato chips.
Yeah.
Those Smarties. Oh. Canadian Smarties are different than the ones in the U.S. Just so you guys listening, you don't know that, but they're like chocolate, almost like M&Ms. They're definitely.
But yeah, we're gonna have another Game Deals party. We're gonna make it bigger. We're gonna make it better, and it's gonna be fun. I think it's gonna be really good times. I'm looking forward to. I'm more prepared this year, John, so I won't go. Well, I'll still go crazy. I had such a good time.
Yeah,
I'll still go bananas. Yeah, for sure. So. But yeah, all you guys are. Pete, are you going to make a video announcing you're going down to PAX and that you're going to be in front of this convention center?
I might. Yeah.
You should.
Because I'm going to PAX and Nintendo World Store and Distant Worlds all within like the next month. So I'll make a video live for all 3. Yeah.
Oh, Jeffrey's going down, is he? Jeffrey, you going down to PAX? It's a friend of ours in Vancouver here. He was at my birthday. Bought me a pretty cool birthday present. Thank you for that. Hey, Mr. Techno Squeak has a question.
Have you ever had those Supreme Pizza Doritos? I know, Jason, you just tried those Doritos, didn't you?
Yeah, I got them here.
Yeah, they good?
Got 'em there?
Of course.
Yeah, I got them right here. They're great. They're good. I've been eating them with my loaded chili cheese ruffles, dude. They got ridges, bitches.
Are they any good, Jason?
Yeah, they're actually really good.
Oh, fuck.
Johnny, oh, fuck.
Well, I'm jealous. I would love to have something like we don't get those
burger chips. Wow.
Yeah, I tried the burger chips. Rob was a big fan of them. He's like, you gotta try them. What's it like, the midnight burger things? And I wasn't the biggest fan of them, sadly. But see you later, Mr. Splatter Trigger. See you on the other side.
Yeah, Splatter Trigger. Take care, man.
Yeah, burger chips taste like ass. That's what I thought too.
Hey, Gamester, did you ever find those combos I told you about?
Which ones are that? I'm sorry?
The cheeseburger combos, man. If you like those ketchup lays, you'll like the cheeseburger combos.
Oh, yeah. I need to try that. I know what you're talking about. Yeah, I need to try that. For sure.
Yeah, they like disappeared from the area here. I can't find them, and I'm going through withdrawals. It's horrible.
There must have been like limited time run or something.
I hope not. It was really good. Really good.
What is Pete doing? He's like changing the colors of everything, you know?
Yeah, I did find some music, though, if you guys want to have a listen.
Oh, yeah, for sure, dude. Play it.
Yeah, do it.
Let's see here. I don't know how this is going to sound through the microphone, but here's one of the songs that's on that game.
Awesome, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good, man.
Yeah.
It's definitely, if you guys check it out, like it obviously doesn't do it justice over a microphone, but
right.
Yeah, that's
So what do you play? You lead singer, or what do you play?
Yeah, I sing and I play guitar.
Nice.
Or at least I did for that band. I'm in a new band now called